The following announcement has been paid for by the
SoKast.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Sons of Kojima podcast. And we're joined by all these amazing people and our very special guest. But first, I will go from my left to right, starting off with what you would know as the retrospective gamer, or gaming, what do you want to say? Che! And we have ourselves Miles Tails Prower. I had to say that.
Seriously?
I had the sound on mute. Anyway, for the stream. We also have Superior Artist.
Yo, what's up, guys?
And we have the holes of the loops in the house tonight.
Yo, what's going on?
And we also have Rent-A-Cop Operative.
What's up, bitches? Arresting you in the mall, motherfuckers.
And then, and calling from the moon is Moon Man.
Broadcasting to the Earth from the
On
moon.
this alien spaceship.
And we have our resident co-host of this podcast, Fred.
Thank you very much, Moogle. Hello, everybody. I'm very excited for this broadcast, so thank you for tuning in.
And today, we are joined by a very, very special guest, Jack Scalfani.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, man.
What's up?
By the way, nobody fixed the title yet for the stream.
Just did it.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Literally just did it.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Put the screen region on. Bam. We're gonna go ahead and play some game footage while we go ahead and talk.
So this is a new addition. What we're going to do, we're going to have game footage from all of us play in the background, just to kind of add a little bit of eye candy. We were doing sort of like a, more of a slideshow before with different content that we created, but we thought this way it would be a little bit better, and it would kind of give you guys an idea of what we've been up to lately.
Yes, indeed. Just give me a second here. Alright, that's better. Now we're set. Alrighty. Now.
So without further ado, let's get to our guest, Jack. Jack, again, thanks a lot for coming on. A lot of people might know you from your cooking show, but some people might not be aware that you're a gamer. When did you start gaming?
Oh man, I've been around quite a while. I literally was around when the first game was ever invented. So.
Oh God!
No lie. I'm
Wow.
like, what is this ball bouncing back and forth? So basically, the first real game I ever played was back in high school. It was when I first went in high school, it was a game called Ultima 1. And
oh my God, that's way back.
Yeah, it was back in the late 80s, and it was amazing. It was, I mean, I died immediately. It was like there was no graphics. I was just reading, scrolling stuff, and it was just insane. It was like, oh my God, this is like the latest thing ever. And then, ever since then, I would get up 5:30 in the morning. I would go to the high school. I was the first person there. It was one computer at the time, and it was first come, first serve. And I'd play games all the way up until the first bell rang.
That's friggin' insane.
Crazy.
That's an awesome way to get started at gaming.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
of
a big
course.
fan of the Ultima series.
Yeah, right off the bat, he pretty much caught our first impression by telling us the first game was Ultima. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Dude.
Oh yeah, it was intense. It was intense. We had, and then I started getting into the a lot of your. We got into graphics pretty fast. It was pretty awesome. Remember Myst? MYST?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Myst.
It's very underground now, but it's still around. And then it just took off. Then graphics. Then we went to Doom, and then we went to Quake, and then it picked up speed. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's really awesome, and it's cool to know that we have someone who's that experienced with games back in the day. Like, my mother used to, in college, she played Zork a lot.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a text adventure game, yeah.
Yes.
Really old. No,
Oh, yeah.
no graphics, just text.
And then my
I
first
remember. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. My first big series that I played all of them was Dragon Warrior series. You remember that from Nintendo? The first Nintendo system. You guys remember that with the cartridges?
Oh yeah, Dragon Warrior.
Yeah,
I remember.
All the Dragon Warriors. And that's when my mom sat in the room and said, "What are you doing?" And I started showing her, and then it was really cool because she would pay for the games just to watch me play.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like crack to my mom. It was crazy.
That's insane.
That's the opposite of my mother. She hates video games and threatens to throw them all out if I don't get away from them for a while.
Well, I must say,
you have one of those old time moms.
Yeah, you need to explain to her. For example, I just went hunting for reals. I shot my first turkey this past week, and it was 35 yards away with my shotgun. It was a headshot, and I did it just like I do in video games. I let the turkey walk into my shot. I kept my gun still, just like you do in video games. And as he came right in, pop, headshot, first shot.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I said, see, thanks to video games. Hello, anybody gonna give it credit?
Yeah.
I actually saw that video.
You play so many FPS games, you just like, dead.
Yeah, as video games get more and more complex, there's more realistic physics to it. Obviously, what you were talking about, leading the shot. Games like Sniper, for example, Sniper Elite, they're very much into ballistics. They're into the physics and making sure that your bullet does actually fall the way it would. So, yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, the beauty was, I was so geeked up, I walked over there to try and pick up its weapon. Okay, it was kind of crazy. I'm like, how many bullets you got left in your gun?
Refill your ammo.
Exactly.
How many points did you get for that headshot?
It was awesome. I literally stuffed that bird and ate it.
In his head, he was probably thinking, "A million points. We got this."
Totally. Yeah, so that was my beginning of video games, and I have not stopped. I'm literally going to be there for the midnight release of Advanced Warfare. I've done all the Call of Duties. I've done all the Battlefields. I've done. I just wrapped up Second Son, and I'm working on. My brother just mailed me his Watch Dogs, because I haven't hit that one up. I'm all into Destiny right now. It's crazy. I just want to drink.
Awesome.
Just want to drink it up.
Oh yeah. Did you growing up? Did you do a lot? Did you spend a lot of time in the arcades, or did you do more home console?
I didn't have the money to be in the arcades, but I did. I was a shoulder watcher, so I would watch people for a long time. Then when I came across a couple bucks that I could feed into the machine, I knew what to do.
Nice. Very smart.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of those arcade games. They're so visually pleasing, and especially at the time, you were presented to a better graphical experience than you could get at home a lot of cases. So to go in an arcade and you're content watching somebody else play just because it's so engaging.
Now, my son, Jack Jr., it's really bizarre because I can't stand knowing what's going to go on in a game. Nowadays, I want to buy it. I don't want anybody to tell me about it. It's like a movie. And my son will watch hours on end of a new game and then go buy it and play it. I'm like, everything's going to happen. Like Second Son, he knew everything. I'm like, that just it's like look at your presents at Christmas time before Christmas. I'm like, it just ruins it for me. Are you guys like that, or can you watch it ahead of time?
A little bit like that. I want to see the first sort of half hour play out before I commit to buying it. Otherwise, I'll rent it first before I buy it. Because a lot of times you'll buy a game, it might not have multiplayer, so there might not be a lot of replayability there. So you're basically paying $60 just to kind of go through the story once, maybe twice. So sometimes I check some playthroughs on YouTube to see at least maybe the first half hour to see what you're actually presented with as opposed to how it's advertised.
So are you redboxing it or are you gameflying it?
Believe it or not, there's actually some franchises still left that do actually brick and mortar rentals. There's a franchise called Family Video in the Midwest.
Right.
So they've actually survived, Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, that kind of stuff. And they're pretty reasonable. They usually do $5 for 5 nights, so it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Well, I actually have a different experience with video games, and it's a force of habit that I have where I buy a game and wait a month before I play it. And it's really fucking annoying, and I need to stop doing it. But basically what happened was I pre-ordered a game, and I had like 3 games pre-ordered. I actually had to refund one of my pre-orders because I got the game for free. But I'll go to that in a little bit later on. Basically what happened was I had 2 other games pre-ordered. I had Ultimax pre-ordered. I had to get it late. And then I had Fairy Fencer F pre-ordered. And that one I did not know that I pre-ordered. I was looking at my receipts on the calendar. I ripped it and I was like looking at it. I'm like, oh, I paid full. I didn't even know this. I guess I just buy games out of whim. So what happened was, go and pick it up. A month later to this day, today, I still haven't touched it. I played like 30 minutes of the game, stopped playing it because I got to this part in the game where I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I have to finish Victory now. This is cheating. This is cheating in the previous game before Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory. I need to finish this game before I jump in the Fairy Fencer F. I'm sorry, I can't do this. So I literally stopped playing it just because of that. I hate jumping into franchises without really like kind of thinking into it. Like I already own the game, but I need to beat the previous game before I jump into the new game. So
I feel that way about backlogs. Like I cannot get into a sequel without completing the first game. Otherwise, I don't see much of a point to it. Like I just usually sit on the back burner until I complete it, of course. But then I move on to something else that's not related to that franchise. So I try to keep things fresh, but at the same time, I don't want my backlog full of games that I'm not gonna complete in quite a while.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't even bring up the backlog. My backlog is so full right now since I started the semester.
Dude, Fred
Fox.
Half of
I want to ask you something.
Oh, yeah, go on.
What do you think about the rumors that there's gonna be a GTA San Andreas HD collection?
No, it's not rumored. It's confirmed.
It's been confirmed. It comes out October 26th.
So,
oh shit.
I'm biased towards the Xbox 360 because that's what basically carried me through the last generation, so I have warm feelings towards it. Obviously, my first one messed up and I had to get another one, but besides that, after getting the Elite, the black one, I didn't have any problems with it, and I think it's a bad choice. Number one, to put it on last gen, and number two, to make it exclusive to Xbox. I'm not sure, does Xbox One have, because I skipped out this generation, does Xbox One have a ability to play Xbox 360 games digitally?
No.
That's terrible.
Wow.
So basically it's stuck in last generation.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a poor choice. I mean, maybe they'll bring it out for other platforms.
Well, if you're planning to make like a moral investment towards the Xbox One, there is really no reason to get it.
Well, I heard that Rockstar has something planned for PlayStation users in the future, so they might put it on PS3. So you never know.
There's the thing though; it's already on PS3.
Oh yeah, it is.
Well, apparently, I heard they took it down from the store, so
not the PS2 version. On the Xbox Marketplace, they did.
It seems weird. It seems weird in timing because you'd think they would be completely focused as a studio, unless they pass it off to another studio. But you'd think they'd want to be focused on GTA 5 for next gen and for my beloved PC. If I find out that they delayed the PC version to work on this game, you're never going to hear the end of it from me.
Dude, seriously, here's the thing. What's wrong with it? It's not even just like they're re-releasing it because it was originally released as an Xbox game. They just ported that over to Xbox 360, but they took that off, and now they're making it's like an HD remaster basically of it on 360. But it's like 720p something, and it could have been on the PS4 and Xbox One. So I don't understand why it's only on 360. I just don't get it.
It is weird. Because they have gone multi-platform in other ways. So they released an HD remaster for mobile devices. So they did it for Android and for iOS.
But some of those versions, you got to remember, they got to go back to the whole collection and make it playable on the new system, which is completely different. And that means we don't get it right away. So we either get it today or we wait another 2.5 years when nobody gives a crap.
That is true.
Yeah.
Same with Borderlands pre-sequel. Nobody's complaining about that because it's an absolutely awesome game. But they did old generation, and I think it's brilliant because 100% of their audience base is on old generation, and only 25% have upgraded from a business aspect.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been a big GTA guy, so all this it's just flying over my head.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah, when they were beating a prostitute in the back of the taxi, they said, "All right, that's enough." Yeah, I knew you guys would laugh at that. Or how about shooting down the police and then celebrating? Come on.
That's enough of that.
Remember the helicopter in the first one? The helicopter comes crashing down, the police, and they die, and we all go party our brains out. I'm like, really? That's what we're doing? Here, Jack Jr., learn this.
So that's an interesting question. Do you sort of, as a parent, what do you think about these kind of violent video games? Do you try to tailor down, for example, what Jack Jr. plays?
Yes, Jack Jr. Just got to play GTA for the first time when he turned 14. I felt he was old enough now that he understood. I'm going to be taking him to learn gun handling. He's a lot smarter now, but when it first came out, he was like 10. I didn't need him picking up stuff and pretending and yo bitch, I'm going to bang you down and all this stuff, and I didn't need that. Now he knows I'll break his face if he ever uses that language. And he understands it's just a game. He understands that's not real life. We don't use racist comments. We don't mistreat women, and we don't try and kill cops. It's just a video game. So now that he's old enough to understand the right from the wrong in the gaming industry, because trust me, he got peer pressure like you wouldn't believe. He tried to sneak off to a friend's house. I mean, he tried, and I'm like, dude, of course. Every game in the world I've bought you. This one, you gotta wait. And so he agreed.
That actually brings me to a question that I'm going to ask. What do you think of the media targeting video games, especially with all the shit that happened, like school shootings and just mass genocide and shit that happened in the past, God knows, 5 years now. What do you think of that?
I have to tell you, nothing's worse than when they point the finger at the video game. Nothing's worse when they point their finger at gun control. Nothing's worse when they try and blame something other than bad parenting or just psychotic people. When that old guy in Santa Monica drove through the shopping area and killed all those people, they didn't say, oh, cars need to be gotten rid of. We can't have cars.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
It's a scapegoat.
Yeah, I'm definitely against the media with their opinions about video games and shit, really, to be honest. Especially Fox News. Fuck them, honestly.
At the end of the day,
most lousy thing I seen was, I suggest everyone to check it out if you haven't seen it already, was their interpretation of murdering with a knife with Manhunt 2 and the Wii. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen them try to say.
I heard about the controversy when Manhunt 2 first came out. That shit was insane.
Yeah.
Yep. Only gonna get worse with that new game coming out.
I think it's a little too late. If any of my regular viewers for my show are watching listening to this podcast, it is adult language, and if I didn't preface that in my post on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus, I just want to apologize.
Okay.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys, it's your show, and you do what you do, and I have no problem with that. I respect that. But I forgot to tell my audience. So some of them might have got a little freaked out, and I wanted to apologize. So go ahead.
No, I was
We're all good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I didn't really know that if you didn't preference that, but I appreciate that you kind of owned up to that now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good though.
You can put in the title.
Yeah, but just be yourselves, please. I mean, you guys got it rocking right now. You got the conversation going.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how we are in general. But yeah, I think the media nowadays it's the most obnoxious thing, honestly. They always point the finger at video games just because there's games out there that are ultra violent, and the thing is they don't have really a valid reason as to why these games create this controversy. They just blame. It's blame after. It's excuse after excuse, pretty much.
It is. It's something to take the blame off of the parents. It's something almost feel good. It's something that you could bandwagon behind. Hey, it's not that I've been, kind of sitting back and letting the TV or the video games raise my kid because I'm busy with my own life, with work and whatever else. I can blame the games instead. I can take a little bit of pressure off myself and push the blame onto something else,
I've never snuck up behind anybody in Nashville and shanked them right up the back of the neck. I've just never done that. I've never done anything in a video game in the real world. Never. I've never cooked a grenade and then threw it into a mall. I've just never done that. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic. and it's like some one of the guys said, it's a scapegoat. That's all it is.
I remember a local news station here where I live blamed the Boston bombing on GTA or something, and I was just laughing my ass off at how stupid they are. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. There's no fucking way you could pin the blame on a game just because this happened.
Well, it was in a backpack. Let's blame REI. You know, why not?
Yeah, like the thing is, like, nobody knows what went through their heads when this shit happened. Like I said, it's kind of like spur of the moment. You don't really know exactly what's going on, especially in their heads with this shit going on. Like, I don't know if it was just they were looking for some kind of attack against the people at that marathon, or they were, you know, just doing it for shits and giggles because they thought it'd be funny to destroy a building with this C4 that they fucking have in a backpack.
Of course. And even if the person goes and writes a manifesto and basically explains why they did the way they did, what's to say they don't romanticize it? What's to say they don't make excuses, you know, so that their legacy isn't that they were truly crazy, you know? There's really no way to know, even through the person's own words, what was the cause of it, what was the inspiration, what was going through their mind. Like I said, it's hard to scientifically prove, and they've actually done studies. Back in one of my classes, we had to argue a case that was before the Supreme Court. Basically, it was banning violent video games in California, the sale. And we presented evidence from different studies, and there was absolutely no correlation between violent video games and any sort. Sorry. There's no correlation. Oh, I got a frog in my throat.
It's all good. It's like we're all stressed from all this talking, especially the stream we did earlier.
Well, no, I just needed a sip of water. There's no correlation between behavior in school, any sort of disciplinary, because that's what they were trying to use. They were trying to use like different things that would happen in school, like, oh, did the child that played violent video games, would he get into more fights? Would he get more detentions? Would he get more behavioral write-ups? And in studying that, there was absolutely no causation or correlation between the two. So even when they try to put it up against the scientific method, there is no actual connection between the two. So
let me take the other side really quick. I know for a fact that studies have been done that autistic children do better. They learn more. I know that children have learned how to read through the Nintendo games where the words are on the screen. They've been forced to learn to read. I know people play sports better with hand-eye coordination. I shot the damn turkey so well that it was because of video games. All I'm saying is we can argue the other side all day long till we're blue in the face, and we have proof that the hand-eye coordination and the dexterity and all that all comes into play, and you'd be surprised. And it also... There's some morality issues where, you know, second son, you have the chance to be good and lift people up off the street or choose the bad way. You
exactly.
know, so I mean, there's so much good that comes out of video games. It's just unbelievable.
That's absolutely true, and I think you also mentioned learning. I did actually see the study myself that it did have an increased improvement on learning. So someone's capability to learn was actually improved by video games.
My son's never touched a gun. He knows more about guns than I do. He'll go in the gun store here in Tennessee because you can just walk in and buy one, and he'll go, "Oh, Dad, that's that. I'm like, really? Are you serious? How do you know all this? Oh, COD, Dad? Yeah. Because I'm so proud of him because Black Ops 2 he prestiged to the highest level.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, he ate that thing and breathed that game. He still loves it. Black Ops 2 was probably the last.
My little brother is obsessed with that game.
Yeah, that's totally true. Video games can help you learn, and I'm living proof of that. I used to play a lot of text-based games where you're just reading all of the time, and it really helped with my vocabulary. So a lot of the big words I say, or you hear me say, that's thanks to playing video games.
Yeah, and nobody ever does that story. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Of course not.
The Assassin's Creed franchise kind of teaches you about history. I mean, it's not historically accurate, but some stuff changes. But it does teach you about other characters from different time, like you probably didn't know, or characters that you heard of but you don't know fully of.
See, look,
And I
you
can
guys,
say personally, the way that it frames it, I've actually taken it upon myself to go and learn more about these actual characters and about these times. So I would see something and I would be like, oh, I wonder if that's true. And even if it's, fictionalized even just a little bit, you go out and you're prompted to learn the, legitimate history of it. So, yeah, that's absolutely true.
I can't even begin to start talking. Look at Minecraft. Look at how many kids are doing. They'll probably become architects because of Minecraft. Seriously.
Yeah.
My nephew plays Minecraft almost every day. He loves that game to death.
And he owns it on every system, including his toaster.
It really comes down to the creativity of the game too, and that's why kids love playing the game, right? So.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, you can just imagine kids that may not have that outlet in school because, class sizes are getting bigger and bigger, especially if you're in public school. Sometimes you don't have that individualized attention. Sometimes you don't have that outlet to express your creativity. And, to be able to do that in something like Minecraft or something like that, it can actually manifest itself in different things. So you could, want to draw, or you would want to do, like you guys said, getting into architecture or something like that. I think it's great.
Yeah. But yeah, like, the thing, like, I know a lot of people that play Minecraft. I never played it myself. I don't really think I have the patience all that much to play it. I'm not saying I have anything against it. People that rant about it and have really no reason to rant about it, that shit pisses me off. But I like to play games that I love to play and like I'm good at, and I know that I can play more and more. But like I said, Minecraft is more catered to like the younger audiences, especially because they want to show their creativity. They like to build things. It's kind of like Legos back then. You really think about it, that's what it is. It's basically playing
digital Legos.
Yeah.
I had to throw an idea out here, guys. I've screamed for 5 years. I want games to be smarter. Let me tell you why. The most frustrating thing is not being able to finish a game because they've made it so insanely hard, so ridiculous, that don't you think they should program it in? Okay, this guy has died 400 times. We should ease it up a little bit. Call it a smart game. So that
they
you can
do
get
have adaptive difficulty in certain games, but it isn't like a standard.
It should be a standard.
Some games like there are games that are marketed like Dark Souls that specifically is marketed because of its difficulty.
And then there's games that's basically marketed out there for skill. Like if the game has a high skill cap, like I don't know, Dota, League of Legends, those kind of games. That shit takes a lot of skill, and there's no way you can learn the game just by playing it once and then you know the game. There's way more to know about those games before you start getting into it.
It just would be a lot better if they could learn as we play.
I can see both sides. I can see how if it is relentlessly difficult in terms of not scaling down, it forces you to be more creative. A lot of times it forces you to memorize, but in some ways it'll make you think about the problem differently. Okay, this method that I'm using time and time again keeps failing. Maybe if I go to the left this time, maybe if I use this item, maybe if I go around. So I can see that side, but of course, it is an idea that's out there. I've seen that in different games. That when you fail, it does start to decrease the difficulty. I know fighting games, for a fact, do that as well. If you keep failing on a certain character, they do kind of scale it back a little bit. So that does exist. It's just not a standard yet. And I think it would be a good option, say, if there was a separate grouping of difficulties. So like you can do easy, medium, hard, and then easy, medium, hard as adaptive.
Right. No, I think that'd be really cool. The other thing I'm worried about is the disappearance of campaigns. I'm a little worried about that because that's honestly people who live on one game and don't buy another one for 4 years because they're playing multiplayer. You're gonna kill the game market's not gonna be able to survive, and everybody's going to multiplayer only, and they don't realize the guys like me that don't have time to live online are spending. I'm buying every game that comes out. Every game that comes out. No, the multiplayer kid is living on Black Ops 2 still, and he hasn't spent another dime on a video game. So which client or which customer or gamer are you trying to make happy? Are you trying to make happy the guy that will always sit there and not spend another dime on your franchise, or the guy that buys everything?
That is true.
I mean, I think they look at studies, because like you mentioned a lot earlier, it's really financially driven. I know me and a lot of my friends will play a game like Call of Duty, and we don't even know what the campaign looks like. We just go straight into multiplayer, and I think there's a lot of people like that. Multiplayer, for example, it extends the playability of the game. So you can play the campaign 1 or 2 times. You can play multiplayer for hours and hours and hours because it's not a fixed thing.
Right, but the problem with multiplayer is, my biggest beef with multiplayer is they should zone people off, meaning the first level 1 through 20 should only play with each other. Then once you go to 21, you go into a new group. The worst thing about I'm like, hey guys, I'm bam. Oh, hey, I'm back, bam. Oh, I just respawned, blam. Oh, this is freaking blam. This is the best game ever, blam. I mean, dude, seriously, I can't even get out of the spawning area. This guy's got 14 levels he's like level 400. He's got a glowing head. I don't know what the hell that is. But I can't get out of the spawning area because they're just picking you off. I mean, how many times have you guys, come on, seriously, how many times have you guys sniped a spawning area? If you know where it is. It's amazing.
Some games, they have fixed spawning areas. So, like, I remember the original Gears of War. That was very easy to do.
Nuketown.
Call of Duty has fixed spawn locations, too.
Yeah, Nuketown has it. If you play Nuketown multiplayer.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yeah, right in the garden. Hey, here I am. Kill me. And it's no fun. That's the problem. I really think they need to take the time, and I've screamed at Activision and all of them, you need to group it off. I need to play with people at my level till I get stronger, then push me into the big boys. Then take me to the next level and the next level. But it should be grouped off like 20 levels at a time.
I agree. I completely agree.
I play multiplayer around the clock if that happens.
This is why I can't trust Activision that much.
The design support. A lot of gamers, my brother and I complain about this all the time, a lot of game developers do not play their own game, or they'd know what was wrong and how to improve it.
So what do you like to play nowadays? You mentioned, I think, Destiny?
Yeah, I'm into Destiny right now. I bought Shadow of Mordor, or whatever it is. And my brother's like, did you unwrap it? I said no. He said, take it back. He says it's pretty bad, and it was he did not care for it. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so I was all over it. So he said, take it back. I'll either give you my copy or wait till it goes on sale, down the road. But it's just the reviews were pretty harsh. The PC reviews were the worst.
Really?
Yeah, there was no. This guy's like in the hardest part of the game, and he's hitting the space bar, and all he's doing is jumping in one spot forever. Nobody's touching him. Nobody's hurting him. Nobody's touching him. Everybody who fights you, you got 20 guys around you. They fight you one at a time. He said it was the worst game design. It looked beautiful. It was gorgeous. The story was awesome. But once again, the area you have to be careful on is game design, where Destiny's opposite. Their game design is flawless. Their guns look great. The worlds look great. Everything looks awesome. But the story is just absolutely lame, and nobody knows where you are, why you're alive, why isn't everybody alive? I mean, what happened? We don't know anything in Destiny.
I mean, that's the one thing I don't get is why you make a game that has a shitty story but really good multiplayer. I mean, why can't you like have both? Like good things,
Yeah.
It's like
I actually heard the story for. I'll just keep talking. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just like, you gotta add, one good thing and then make a bad thing to cover up the fact that the multiplayer is really good. But that does not. I don't personally agree with that direction, to be honest.
Right.
So.
I don't either.
So, Jack, I got a question for you. I've been hearing some stuff in Destiny where, it'd be taking them forever to get the good stuff. Have you been having any problems finding the rare or great items?
Yeah, it's hard to get the rare items. There's no rhyme or reason to Destiny, meaning if I fight a bigger boss, I don't get a bigger prize. It's kind of a random crapshoot what they leave behind, and you're kind of like, well, why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? There's no explanation for that. The other thing that's irritating is this multiplayer. They're doing a mix of campaign and multiplayer. It blends together. Sometimes you're with people, sometimes you're alone. So like when you come into an area where you're with people and you walk in and you've got to do something, they've already done it. Everybody's dead in the room. And you're like, serious? That was so such a bad design. I got to go back out. I got to wait for it to respawn. It's just they have a lot of problems with the mix. You can't do both. You can't do campaign and then sometimes you're multiplayer because somebody else is getting the prize.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and that's how I feel with a lot of. It's the one thing that pisses me off more than multiplayer in itself is matchmaking. I fucking can't stand certain matchmaking systems in games, and the one thing that I like that they did with certain games, say like Heroes of the Storm, where they allow you to basically pick your character and then they throw you into a game. So it's not like a game where basically you pick your character and then someone counterpicks you and then everyone else picks their character and stuff. You're not playing by roles, you play by whatever character you play as. And that's the one thing I like in Heroes of the Storm. In Dota 2, literally, you have a selection of characters, you pick whoever you want, and there's 10 characters in every game you play. It's a 5v5, and you're basically stuck with the fact that, oh, well, it looks like I can't play carry, so now I gotta play support. I can't play, and then the support gets picked. Oh, well, it looks like I gotta play the middle lane, or I gotta play a jungler, or things like that. And that's what I hate about being thrown into roles and situational things like that. And that's the one thing that pisses me off about matchmaking in general. And same for Call of Duty is that sometimes you get matched with people that are way better than you, and then you got the people that are like utter garbage. And that's how I feel with the matchmaking too, is that you always get those people that think, oh, I'm gonna play carry and do really good. No, I'm sorry, but carries take way more effort than any other character in the game.
Does anybody do a private multiplayer? For example, I can have, let's say all of us talking right now. I want to all get together every Friday night. We'll start a private multiplayer on this game, and you have to have the password, and you all get in, and we all play. Is there any game like that?
Not with a password, but I have played private matches with people online when I used to play Black Ops.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you can do a private room and then invite people to it.
Okay.
That would be, so I think Call of Duty has something like that. I remember when I played Gears of War a few years ago, they had something like that. So there are private matches. That's an option. So I think usually you're presented with public match, and then that branches off into ranked, unranked, and then there's private match, and that's where you can create your own room and make it invitation only, and then you can invite people on your friends list, stuff like that.
Yeah, because I got to tell you, because I can't play online. I can't stand anybody. They're all annoying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Tell me
I
about
completely
it.
hear you.
Tell me about it.
Like I cannot stand randoms like complaining. I think the most ridiculous message I ever got online was someone got pissed that I killed him, and he was saying things like, well, you can see me in Call of Duty and then we'll see things out that way. And I'm like, I don't play COD, so...
Yeah. That reminds me. Something like that happened to me like 2 months ago, and I just started getting back into playing like Dota 2. But some guy basically got mad salty. Like, I hate the toxicity of the MOBA community. But basically, this guy got so salty that I dominated him in mid lane that he's like, 1v1 me, asshole, see who's better. So basically, he invited me to the game, and basically I did something really trollish. And he thought it'd be funny. Oh, I'm gonna play Zeus. So take a while and guess what I did. I counterpicked him.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Counterpicking, dude.
Yeah, I counterpicked his ass. I played Kunkka and kept getting a cleave out. And whenever he tried to walk by the tower, I would use my torrent on him, and it would kill him.
Nice.
Yeah, like every time people would challenge me or something. I remember the funny story is like I was good at fighting games at one point. I got MVC3 and my ex got like really salty because I told her, you sure you want to fight me? I mean, I know how to play fighting games. And she said, you know what, I don't care. I'm going to kick your ass. So all of a sudden I got Wesker, Dante, and Chris on MVC3, and I absolutely wrecked her and her sister. And she kept calling me an asshole. I was like, I'm sorry.
I've never played a fighting game where someone literally got mad salty over, like, you know, you winning and outplaying that said person.
Oh god,
it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. I actually was playing Street Fighter 4 at the time. And I like to play with Honda because it's funny, you know.
People get so pissed at freaking Hondas that spam that freaking like butt slam.
Yeah,
it's
well
so
that
funny.
and then the Ultra, they get mad at the Ultra.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I actually had like this guy had a vendetta against me where anytime I came online, he would invite me into his private match, and he just wanted to get revenge so bad. And I gave in a couple times. He is actually never able to beat me, but it just, I don't know. I bet he was like losing sleep over it. I bet you he was like trying to find who I was and find my address and stuff. It was just, people get way too caught up, especially in fighting games.
So
They act like a fighting game is like a real life fight or something, you know?
Yeah.
So are you going? So you're definitely gonna get Mortal Kombat when it comes out next year.
Oh,
man,
absolutely.
I wish.
God,
All
yeah.
are.
I cannot tell you how big of a fan I am of Mortal Kombat.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
I mean, and the
Same
other thing is
here.
that they've been harkening back to the old days. Basically it's the same original formula, and they just raise the stakes and raise the ridiculousness of it each and every time. And obviously the graphics are getting better and better. So, oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I want a ringtone that goes, "Get over here."
I actually lost interest in that in-between phase before they in between Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat the recent one on last gen. All the stuff that came out like PS2 and stuff like that, I kind of lost interest in.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the latest Mortal Kombat that came out, that reinvigorated my interest in the series, and then I've been hooked ever since.
And be ready, because definitely, I mean, the movie's kind of corny, but it's a classic. But they're gonna come out with another movie, you know it, and it's gonna be the badass movie of all times.
I hope anything's better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh,
That's just
no.
awesome.
It was like, it was just watching I don't know, it was a bad movie, but you had to watch it. You had to watch it.
Oh, you're talking about Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
when
and someone
I,
mentioned the Street Fighter movie.
I
Oh
was gonna
my
say,
god!
You know what?
When I heard bad movie, and
Change the channel.
no, when I hear bad movie and someone brings up Mortal Kombat, I instantly think Annihilation. I know whenever I hear bad movie and Mortal Kombat, I fucking know right off the bat what you're talking about.
Let's go to the other end. Who can name a good video game that went into a movie? From video game to movie and did a great job.
I honestly like the first Resident Evil movie. I know I might be in the minority
me
about
too.
that, but I
I
did
actually-
like the first
I
Resident
actually-
Evil movie.
Am I the only person that loved Resident Evil Afterlife?
No.
It was okay.
No.
It was okay.
It was decent.
The
I would
first
say
Mortal Kombat.
first Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Yeah, that
pretty
that
good.
movie was good.
Good for its time, huh? Yeah.
Yes.
I actually have not seen the two Mortal Kombat movies y'all talking about.
The first one's good.
Yeah, the first
The
one was
sec-
awesome. The second one was just bad.
Terrible.
It
Yeah,
was-
somebody spent their lunch money to make that movie.
Oh my god.
like
Tonight
$10.
you
It's fucking
will die.
fucking $10 an hour. That's literally what it was. That was the budget.
You see a guy holding a microphone in the background. It's embarrassing.
Dude, oh yeah, I remember that fight scene where you see the guy with the fucking microphone.
Big boom.
I was laughing so
Oh.
fucking hard at that. They must have been like so embarrassed when they fucking shot that scene.
Oh man.
I would say the first Silent Hill got a lot of the atmosphere right.
Yeah. Oh, don't talk about Silent Hill Revelation. That too was awful.
I heard it was god awful. I
Yeah.
saw
Oh,
the
it was
Pyramid Head
terrible.
fight.
The scariest
yeah.
scene. The scariest scene in that movie is a Pop-Tart. I'm not kidding. The Pop-Tart that shoots up after two people are talking, just shoots up like, oh, that's the scariest part in that movie.
I got a question. Since we're talking about video games based off movies, what are your thoughts on the new ones that's coming out? Because they're gonna come out with
You mean movies based
Right.
off video games?
yeah, there's a few coming out. I mean, in a couple of years, they have one for Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Assassin's Creed, and a Tetris movie. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Okay.
I think
and,
Assassin's Creed is ripe for an actual movie. I think that would be outstanding,
Okay,
actually.
I hate to go
Yeah.
off topic about this, but now that Torres said it, how about fucking video games? Or sorry, movies based off. Or sorry, okay, video games based off movies. All right, like the Saw game.
Spider-Man
Can
2.
anyone tell me why that's a bad idea?
So, wait, saw the video game?
Yeah.
Well, the traps for the puzzles. So I actually thought it was decent.
It was
for what-
it was brilliant, but poorly executed.
They also
I mean,
made a sequel to the game too.
Yeah, the sequel was bad, but
yeah,
the
the
first
sequel
one
was
is
really
video
bad.
game. The
that's
best
like the best.
movie to video game was Spider-Man 2
Man
for
2.
me, and
Yeah.
something else. X-Men
Yeah.
Origins Wolverine.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, I don't know. I never liked the first Saw game, and nor ever will. I tried playing it on the 360 once, and I was just like, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't even know what I'm playing. Like, I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of the Saw movies. I always talk about them with friends and that. But the game is like something that is forgettable. Like, it's not something everyone wants to talk about just because of how embarrassing that game is to talk about.
Jack just thinks something.
Yeah,
but back to the topic we talked about before, a video game movie I'm looking forward to recently is probably going to be The Last of Us because Sam Raimi is involved with it.
Yeah, okay.
But here's the question. Here's the question, though. Isn't it going to look just like the game? I mean, the game was a movie.
They said they're taking some plot liberty, so it's not necessarily going to be the same, but they're going to have a lot of the same elements. So I don't know how that's going to work, but if it's Sam Raimi involved, I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Well, I just linked you guys to 32 video games in movie development right now.
Oh boy!
No, BioShock. I haven't even heard of the BioShock one.
Oh yeah, they canceled
me neither.
I thought they did because it was too
Far
hard.
Cry.
It's
That'd be
underwater.
kind of cool. Gears of War.
They're doing Mass Effect.
So basically, all the major franchises are here.
Well, Devil May Cry.
Gizmo.
Devil May Cry is a great game. Not the latest one, the one before it, and number 4, I think it was. And yet nobody ever talks about it. It's like it's got this underground huge following.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't even know how they're gonna make that a movie either. I don't know how they're gonna make any of these a movie. I mean, Gears of War is probably gonna have The Rock will probably be in Gears of War. Same people doing this stuff. God of War? That's probably gonna be a WWE wrestler.
It'd be Vin Diesel.
You think so?
No, they
Vin
can.
Diesel as Kratos. Watch.
You think so? Yeah.
No.
Hold on. What to say here about Kratos?
I can see it. I can see it
I can
for
see
sure.
Carl Urban as Kratos.
Yeah.
From Dread.
Dean Ambrose. Shave his head.
Crazy guy.
God.
Crazy Kratos.
Well, it looks like Peter Jackson's gonna do the Halo movie. That might be good.
Yeah.
It's
maybe.
interesting.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Well, at least it's not a Michael Bay film where it's explosions everywhere.
Don't.
5 different angles. Same story.
That's pretty much what it is. Explosions everywhere.
I'll tell you what. I actually would like to see a reboot of I want to see another Max Payne movie, and I want to see him get it done right because I'm a huge fan of the Max Payne franchise, and I think they dropped the ball with the movie.
Yeah, I actually
Marky
fell
Mark.
asleep with that movie.
Yeah,
Marky
Marky
Mark is slow-mo.
It's just the thing is they toned it down. I mean, they had some of the grittiness, but you just can't take something like Max Payne, especially with the history behind it and a character. You just can't tone it down. You have to go all out. It should
I
have been
think they only
M-rated.
did like one dive. I think he dived like once with the shotgun.
Oh,
Yeah.
slow-mo dive. That was the best part of the game, slow-mo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that was
seriously.
the majority of the game.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You know what? You know another game that needs another movie reboot? Hitman, because it actually was a Hitman movie
They
that
are.
came out in.
Making
It's on the-
They are
it's on the
making a
list.
new Hitman movie.
Oh,
That's top of the list.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Check out that link.
Oh, because the last
47.
one, it was forgettable because I barely remember it.
Oh, I hate that movie.
The only
Oh,
thing that
I
happened
hate
was
that
it was
movie.
delayed.
How are they going to make an Angry Birds movie?
It's
gonna
CGI
be a kids
cartoon.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
same way they
So
did
like they
the
talk to each
Chipmunks.
other, or do they still
Yes.
launch each other ad
Yeah.
structures?
It'll be look. I was going to say the way they did the Chipmunks movie. Ironically, the script is being written by the guy who did Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's just gonna be for kids. It's gonna be a kids movie.
Hmm.
That's going to be
Wow.
really interesting with how simple the game concept is. I don't know how they would make that into a movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unless they're like talking to each other and having wacky adventures, like they hop
Now,
off the
this is a-
slingshot and they're like,
like-
"Hey, let's go do something."
This is an interesting one.
Well,
They're
then-
actually
then
planning
again,
on
if you-
making.
Then again, you would... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Go
on.
ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, then again, if they implemented Lego in different scenarios and made games about it, then, I mean, they could probably pull it off in a way, because that's kind of what Angry Birds is. It appeals to kids, and, a lot of people are... It's basically video games nowadays are basically what Legos are to us, so...
True.
Yeah.
Definitely true.
Like, that's what I'm really thinking. We'll see how it holds out though, because like what they're doing with Angry Birds is that they're putting them in different scenarios now. You got like Angry Birds Star Wars, and those are all kinds of friggin' like spin-offs of that game are out now. So,
and I have to tell you, the Lego movie was really good.
Excellent.
They did a great job.
I was just about to say that.
I have not seen it yet, but I really want to.
Fantastic.
You have to.
Yeah,
I know.
Dude, you'll laugh your butt up. I'm serious. There's a lot of great adult lines in there. Just go one after another. There's some good stuff.
Shay, weren't you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say one video game movie, and I know we talked about it before, but you know what? I really think the Mortal Kombat movie should be given more credit than it deserves, because there's some stupid stuff like when Liu Kang threw the bucket of water at Sub-Zero, I believe, and that chick that they had, the blonde girl, she was in Billy Madison. Sonya Blade. Her. I don't know if she can fight or not, but that was horrible fighting that she did with the one dude. But for it being 1995, it had good special effects, and at least they got the characters right, like Liu Kang and Johnny Cage. So I think it's a better movie than what people think it is. I mean, yeah, it's a little cheesy, but then again, Mortal Kombat never had the greatest story anyways.
That's what people said about Scarlett Johansson, though, in the Avengers movie. They're like, she can't really fight, and being Black Widow is kind of odd. But, man, she fucking kicks some ass in that movie.
Yeah, she can more ass than Captain America, too.
Oh, shit, look at the shots being fired. Well, anyway, no, but...
I don't try to doubt actors until I see their performance, because a lot of people were saying the same thing about Heath Ledger as the Joker, and he fucking blew it away.
Yeah.
There was a lot of interesting things that, like, especially with movies and stuff that are having their ties with martial arts and stuff. I feel like it's getting more advanced now, and it's pretty impressive with the shit that people can do. Of course, with all the special effects and stuff, but still.
Yeah, and great trainers.
Yeah, that too.
And MMA is more popular now. So now if anyone that didn't know how to fight and needed to learn it for the movie, then they could study MMA and other stuff. Of course.
Hey, that's a good question, Jack. Are you a fan of mixed martial arts, boxing, any of those combat sports?
Yeah, I was from the very beginning with Hoist Gracie, and when he dislocated his shoulder, was it? Couldn't fight anymore. But yeah, all of the mixed martial arts is amazing. I think boxing should die. It's a fixed sport. They're a bunch of cheaters, and they had their time, and now it's all about UFC and all the MMA episodes.
That's awesome. Yeah. Me and I've been a fan for about 6 years of mixed martial arts. I've gotten Che, as a fan too recently. So that's something that I've enjoyed for quite a while. So that's awesome to hear, man.
Yeah, I'm a kid, guys. I'm never growing up. I'm always gonna smack my wife on the butt. I'm always gonna have a video game in the other hand. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never.
So that's what you do on your iPad when you do those videos.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You're playing some kind of game on there.
Yeah, when I'm not.
Yeah, I think that's a good segue to the show. Jack, I don't know if you've noticed from any of our Twitter feeds, but we've actually been watching a lot of your stuff lately, and it's actually funny when we do on InstaSync, we call them jack-offs. But what we've noticed is we've gotten so deep into the content that we're still trying to find new content. Like, we've basically gone through almost everything by now. If you don't mind, we'd love to ask you some questions about the show and stuff like that. I think we've gotten to know you quite well watching all those episodes.
Well, yeah, fire away.
So, first of all, something that I noticed, and I think it was a question I kind of discussed with some of our friends here while we were watching one of your reviews. You might laugh at this one. So, we watched a review where you went to Chick-fil-A, and we noticed that you ordered a chicken sandwich, but by the end of the review, you seemed like you only sampled some sauce, and you didn't actually do any sort of review on the chicken sandwich. Did you have any sort of technical difficulties with that one? We were kind of laughing about that.
So I never showed me eating the sandwich or trying it.
No, basically it basically ended with you were eating sauce with a fork, I think.
Yes, you did.
Really, the Chick-fil-A video itself? Because I thought
it was the on-the-go Chick-fil-A.
Right, and Jack Jr. was with me and a Navy buddy of mine. or Army
Yep,
Buddy.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, and did it end abruptly? I don't even know about this.
It didn't end abruptly. It just ended with you ate the sauce. And I think Jack ate maybe one or two fries.
Could have been an editing fail.
Gosh, dude, I'll tell you, that was 5 years ago at least.
Oh,
really?
I'm
gonna find it.
Oh man,
there are some big screw. By the way, just if people are listening and don't know my show, if I have so many screw ups and mistakes, you have no idea. I had my apron on backwards once on the cooking show.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork on the show that people just watch to point out stuff. That's all they watch for. Oh my god, dude, you totally, I've cut myself 4 times on the show and left it in the show.
You did?
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
I think it's 5 now. 5 times.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I think we saw you cut yourself recently. We watched the Nicer Dicer.
Oh yeah.
Is that thing that you put
Son of
the
a
product in
biscuit,
there and
man.
then you kind of swing the top over?
Dang it, that hurt so bad. I had a little piece of onion in there, and I was trying to poke it out with a knife.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
If you want to see all my cuts, they're all on my 100,000 subscriber video.
Oh,
Look for
my God.
100K.
Oh.
It's a montage.
Did
of
you
my
actually
greatest-
make a montage of your cuts that you've got?
all of them? I did a montage of my cuts.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, I showed you all 4 or 5 of them. People know them. People knew every video over a 7-year span that I cut myself in.
Okay, I'm gonna play this back because this is actually a really funny kill in this game that I played of Dota 2. But basically what happened was nobody was able to get the kill on Kunkka, and I was playing sniper. I was like, it's okay, I'll ult him, guys. So everybody's going after him, and then bop, dead.
Someone asked a very interesting question in chat, and there's like, what is your favorite mixed martial arts films?
Mixed martial arts film. There hasn't been a lot. So
not
the Never
mixed,
Back Down series was
like
not very good. Okay. Well, just in mixed martial arts, I'd say probably Warrior was probably the best one. It was over theatrical, It had a lot of theatrics in it, so it was a little bit overblown. But I would say Warrior for just strictly mixed martial arts. For martial arts, I'm a big fan of the Bloodsport movie. I thought that was really good.
I really liked the Raid too. It's just an instant classic to me. The action was pretty intense. I suggest everyone who hasn't seen it or seen Raid Redemption and they haven't seen Raid 2 yet, please see Raid 2 because it is just that good.
Yeah, it is.
It's all about that Rikio.
Oh no, I remember that. Oh.
Dude, this man, like, my Twitter is flooding with a bunch of birthday wishes because actually today's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, dude!
Thank you,
happy
Jack.
birthday
I appreciate
to
that.
Moogle.
I appreciate that. I was hoping someone would bring that up, but it's fine. I had to bring it up myself. But there's a bunch of people wishing me happy birthday. Wishing me happy birthday. Well, there was a few people wishing me happy birthday in the chat.
Get this man a beer and a hooker. He deserves it.
Okay, you know what? I'll take the beer. I'll pass on the hooker though.
So, Mr. Birthday Man, what you gonna do on your birthday?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I already spent time with my family, so. And I actually did a birthday stream, and to my surprise, an old friend of mine actually came on Skype to talk with me, and then Fred came into the call, and then all hell broke loose.
What'd you get for your birthday? Did you get anything?
No, I didn't. I turned 23, so.
But you didn't get a birthday gift at all?
No, I don't want a birthday gift. Actually, you know what? That's not true, because, sorry, by the way, I, for whatever reason, thought I turned 24, because my thing says I turned 24, but it's not true. I actually turned 23. That's my bad. I only looked at the thing, but anyway, and like I said, time flies so fast I don't even fucking pay attention. But anyway, so basically for my birthday, and this is because of a friend of mine, he's a father now, and he works a steady job at a local future shop, or Best Buy in America, where you guys want to call it. But he basically made a deal with me, and he sent me a message on Facebook. He's like, this is giving back to you for giving me that Sega Genesis, because I don't play it anymore. So I gave it to him because he really wanted it. And he basically said, hey, I make you a deal. You're going to basically get $50 off an Elgato Game Capture HD, which is a capture card that I've been wanting for a while now. So basically, all I have to do is pay $130. But the big catch is, he says that I can pay every month when I get paid, because I don't. I have financial like assistance, so like I get taxes, GST, Trillium, things like that. But basically, what happened is he made a deal with me. He's like, all you have to do is pay $65 every month, and you have the Elgato in full. So pretty much, I got a really good deal off of it. And
wait, how much you paying for your Elgato?
$130 in total. All I have to do is pay $65 every month, and I basically have it for like ever. Like it's pretty much paid off.
You get it ahead of time and then make payments. Is that what you're gonna do?
Well, because he works there, right? So like he's basically giving me he's using his employee discount. He's buying it for me basically, and he's gonna make a deal with me. And since like I live near him, and like I talk to him all the time, that's pretty much it. Like made a deal with him. It's all set in stone. So yeah.
So you're gonna start recording your gameplay?
Again, yes. I still do gameplay. I still do streams. I just can't record my consoles, but I have a gaming PC that I can do footage off of, which actually one of my LPs is a PC game called Child of Light, which is a current game that I'm LPing on my YouTube channel. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Very cool. Very cool.
So circling back to the show, I was gonna say, I think that's one of the things that we like the most is that you do include the screw ups. You're a down to earth guy where you're not gonna try to just hide all the stuff and make it look like you're a perfectionist or anything like that. Something that we noticed. That we really like from your series is that you kind of you take the products that you review to task. You really hold them to their advertising. So, for example, if something says it cooks it in 4 minutes, you go directly with the instructions.
Oh, it's so brutal. I did that potato thing in 4 minutes, and people are like, oh well, you should have cooked it for another. I mean, just like every excuse in the book why it should have worked. I'm like, the thing's a piece of garbage. It doesn't work. Just move on.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, that's the only fair way to review a product, right? I mean, is to actually take it on its claims, right? They're not just claiming things just to claim them. They're trying to portray that as their product. So, I mean, that's as a consumer, that's really what you can go off of is what you're promised when you give them your money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Slapchop did its job. It broke after a year, but I mean, you're slapping it every day. What do you expect? But it chopped great. I mean, the Magic Bullet, Magic Bullet was my worst review ever. I didn't do a good job. Yeah. I did a horrible job on that one. I've admitted it on future episodes, but it's still a piece of crap. The engine smokes. It burns out. It's weak. It's horrible product. I always tell everybody the Ninja rocks. We did the Ninja Blender, and it was amazing. Why bother? Why do the Magic Bullet? And so many fanboys are like, oh, you did a bad job. It's still bad just because I screwed up, but it's a horrible, horrible product, the Magic Bullet. And I refuse to do the NutriBullet. I refuse to do all that other stuff. The next one I'm doing is the New Wave Oven.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I saw that on your Facebook or Twitter. I forget which one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, we noticed that you do legitimately, if you find a product that you like, you do continue to use it. So we noticed that there were multiple times after you reviewed it that you were using, what was that? That one opener. It's like a multi-opener.
Bat 19.
Can opener and a bottle opener.
Yep.
We noticed that you used the Ninja, obviously.
Yep.
And the Slap Chop I saw a couple times.
Yeah, and the Veggie Chop I just used in a video where you pull
I
love that hand pull on my Veggie Chopper. It's just awesome. So
the like the lawnmower style pull.
Yes, yeah, it's like 3 pulls and all your celery, your carrots, whatever the heck you're chopping, it's all diced up and you just pour it out.
Yeah, you get a lot more force on it that way.
Exactly. So yeah, now the show's become so big that I literally vet. You guys know bat19.com, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's an amazing. If you haven't seen it, they have great YouTube videos. Their products are amazing. They just sent me a box of stuff for my Christmas episode. Every year I do toys in the kitchen.
Yep. We actually watched one of those not too long ago. We watched both. There was 2 parts to it.
Yeah, that was last year, right?
I think so, yeah.
So this year is going to be a bunch of VAT 19 stuff. I got this cool mat that you can stand on in the kitchen. I got some cool toys coming, and it became a regular show. The Christmas episode is called Toys in the Kitchen.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's one of our favorites when we do them. The product reviews and the yeah, and also something that we noticed kind of went away was the playing with your food. Where you would kind of dissect stuff, and then I remember one you had, I think you were taking fast food burgers and you were putting them side by side with the actual picture of the burger that they advertise it as.
Yeah. That's coming back. Playing with your food is
nice.
A secret love child. Everybody loves playing with your food. I haven't decided where to go with it yet. I'm probably going to go do burritos next, where we're going to buy them and then unroll them and see what they're really putting inside.
Oh, yeah. See the contents of it? Of course.
Nobody ever looks inside, ever.
And so, Jack.
Yeah, I think that would be good, especially because there's so many different ones, especially chains. Like I know in my area there's Qdoba, there's Chipotle, there's Moe's.
Chipotle. You go to Chipotle? There's a secret. There's a.
Man, you guys are freaking lucky you have a Chipotle there. I don't even have one here. I can't find a single goddamn one.
I have one. I cannot eat Chipotle more than once a week because their bowls are giant. Like we used to eat it like once a week at my job. Like let's go to Chipotle, and I'm like no, my stomach is killing me. This giant burrito bowl is beating up my intestines. I need to do something fast. So whenever my coworkers would go to lunch, I would kind of like avoid them and just go to Subway.
Okay, Case. When you go to Chipotle, order. It's a secret ingredient on the menu that doesn't exist. It's called quesadillas. And they have to take 2 layers of tortillas. They melt cheese between them. Before they make your burrito, you have 2 layers of tortillas with cheese in between. It's a quesadilla. It's a part of their menu, but they don't put it up there.
Yeah, and actually Taco Bell went so far as to copy it and put out their own and name it officially the quesarito. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, they should have named it dog food because it tastes like crap. It's just horrible.
It is. Yeah, they basically just use. I think they just use nacho cheese in between it. It's not very. I tried it, just to try it, but it wasn't very good. It's very salty.
Well, the next thing I'm doing is I'm doing a head-to-head between. It's going to be Arby's pulled pork against Wendy's pulled pork. They both came out with the same thing. So we're going to do a head-to-head, and then we're doing a head-to-head with Firehouse Subs and Jimmy John's.
Oh, Firehouse Sub.
Nice.
They have a very unique steaming process for Firehouse. So, yeah, I actually recently moved out here to the University of Illinois where they actually do have a firehouse for the first time in my life. So I actually tried it. It was good. Not my favorite, but really good.
Well, we're going to find out because everybody's either one side or the other. It's either Jimmy John's or Firehouse Subs. Everybody knows, Subway's your last resort. It's around everywhere. But I want meat. You don't like what?
Quiznos. That's my least favorite. Not a fan.
Really now? I have not eaten at Quiznos, but I actually do have one in my neighborhood. I should go and try it out.
You shouldn't, actually.
I have not ate at any of these places y'all talking about. I got.
Trust me, if the food is bad at an area and I feel that way, I feel the food is crap, I will not go there again. But I will give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe try something a little bit. But if it's bad, I will not go. Why is it bad to you, Loophole?
Why is it bad?
I just ate, and I really think you should stop talking about food. For whatever reason, you're making me hungry.
Oh, screw you! You have the tomato cake in your fridge.
Jack Moogle, come on.
Yeah, and let me tell you something.
On.
You're not going to be hungry after this. I just filmed at Red Rooster Breakfast Restaurant, and literally, I didn't know it, but when I was editing the video, there was a huge curly hair on my plate. Hold on.
No. Wait, what?
It gets worse. I cleaned my entire plate in that video. No lie. And
Bet you anything it's someone's pubic hair or some shit.
It wasn't a straight hair.
No! Come on, Moogle.
Not only that, but one of the viewers spotted a second hair in the video that I never saw. And I'll never go back. Go check it out. It's called Red Rooster.
The signature caterpillar dish.
Or Shame Red Rooster.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a local. It's a local favorite too. I did Sir Pizza. People love it. It was like dog food. I walked outside. I pointed to the sign. I said, "Hey, everybody, don't ever go here." And by the way, this pizza's so bad, I wouldn't feed it to a homeless person.
Wow.
And the owner is looking for me now. So anyway, that's all fun. It's honest. I was literally honest. I don't talk that harsh unless I really want to save people from. They had food violations. I found out later. Somebody posted food violations in the YouTube comments that they had FDA regulation. They got busted for stuff. Rats in the kitchen, spoiled food. It was just nasty.
Yikes.
It was
actually,
horrible.
it's like a horror story when I went to CC's. I found the same exact stuff, but I was actually, thank God, one of the customers that was sitting right next to me alerted me to it. I went to go bite this pizza, and it had a giant, I'm talking about almost took up the whole size of the pizza, hair on it. I got my money back, and I walked out of there.
Hey, free dental floss, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Dental
god.
plan.
Yeah, so it's fun to do the food show. It's cool because, like, the new thing I'm doing now, I'm getting a camera for my gun. I just started hunting, so I'm bringing a gun cam with me on the next trip.
Oh man, it's gonna be like an FPS in real life.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna kill it, and then I'm gonna cook it on the cooking show. So Jack on the Go.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll go hunting on Jack on the Go, and then I'll take you over to the cooking show. I did the turkey breast. I stuffed it with sausage and walnuts and raisins and sourdough bread. Yeah. So it's a great double feature. It's awesome.
That was all game too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Man, you were lucky. That is like the most tender fucking meat you could ever get.
Hey, Jack, you gonna cook deer meat? I love deer meat.
Yes, deer meat. I'll be making venison. I have to soak it overnight, though. I don't know if you guys know, but if you soak deer meat overnight, it removes the blood out of the meat, and the gaminess is gone. It tastes like roast beef.
I'm surprised nobody said anything about moose meat, because I'm Canadian.
You would know.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. How about Canadian Mountie meat? How about that?
There you go.
Canadian Mountie meat. Oh dear God.
Wow.
I never heard that shit before. That's funny.
We don't have moose in Tennessee that I know of. But have you ever gone hunting? Any of you guys?
I have. I grew up in Michigan, so it was definitely part of the culture.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm just getting into it. It's brand new, but it's going to be a great series. One of the hunting channels on YouTube featured my video.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It was just weird. It's crazy. It's all new to me. If you guys have any ideas after we talk on this, after we leave tonight, just write me directly. You got any show ideas? I'm all for it.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we'd love to. Like I said, as a group, we've become pretty good fans of yours. I'd have to say we've consumed so much of your content that we'd have to be right up there.
Actually, Jack, sorry, didn't mean to talk over you. Continue.
That was basically it. I was just gonna say, we've consumed so much of your content as a group, and that's what makes it more fun. We're not just watching it on our own; we're watching it as a group, so it makes it a lot of fun. So I'd say we'd consumed, maybe 80% of your content so far.
Well, I appreciate it, guys.
Actually, I have a suggestion you could try out. It's a Canadian treat that I learned from my my great grandpa. But basically, what he used to do was, he used to get peanut butter and maple syrup, or any kind of syrup really, mix it up together, like a spread together, and he would put it on toast. And it's the most glorious snack that I could ever have. I almost have it almost every other night. And it's probably like the best thing that I have. Because sometimes I hate having peanut butter just straight, like just plain peanut butter on my toast. I like to kind of step it up a bit. But yeah, that's just a suggestion to try out at some point. And
how about poutine? Do you eat poutine? I love poutine.
Oh yeah, I love poutine as well. In fact, since I'm French Canadian, we actually call it poutine. My family does, at least, because that's kind of like where it originated.
Right, poutine. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, we say poutine.
Poutine. Okay, did you see me fail on the first try?
No, I did not. I've seen the second time, and it looked really, really good.
Canada, rip me a new one. Canada, go read the comments. Go read the comments. I failed at poutine. I made it horrible.
You got the Canadian World Order on your butt, huh?
So is one of the guys called the Canadian Destroyer because I think it might have been Moogle in disguise.
This was way before I found out about his videos. I can tell you that.
I totally failed on that. Sure. And then Yorkshire pudding, I completely insulted all of England. They were yellow. They were yellow hockey pucks. They were nasty. They didn't even look like fluffy pastries. And I'm like eating it, going, "Oh, this is the best, Yorkshire pudding I've ever had." And all of England, within minutes, slammed the comment section. You got to see it. I did an apology video to England.
Wow.
Within minutes. Wow. Within minutes, I said, "You guys are brutal. You're worse than Canada."
Oh my God.
So the show's watched in 95 countries.
That's awesome.
That's really good.
I just hit 26 million views, 125,000 subscribers.
God dang.
That is great. Congratulations, man. You deserve it. We watched your stuff, and like I said, you're very down to earth, and you're not afraid to show yourself screwing up and stuff like that. So yeah, I think you definitely deserve it. Congratulations.
Thanks. You got to keep it real. As long as I'm me, everybody will be fine. And
of course, and obviously you're getting your family involved, which is also great to see. We noticed that Jack had some of his own episodes too. I think he mentioned he was in culinary school of some sort.
Yeah, he took some cooking classes and did an amazing job. I'm gonna give you guys his YouTube channel, and he's starting his own gaming channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, CV3.
Maybe in the future, if he wants, we can maybe have him as a guest at some point too. If he's a gamer, it would be great to talk to him.
He's amazing. He's a better gamer than I am, and it's embarrassing to say that, but he is. He deserves the credit.
Yeah, absolutely. Give him an invite if he'd like to. Like I said, we're always willing to have gaming related guests, and obviously, a cooking show host. We're growing as a podcast, so it's great to have that kind of guests and stuff like that. Interesting people with interesting stuff to say.
The next thing he's looking forward to, he's doing a video. He's filming live at the midnight release of Advanced Warfare.
Oh, nice.
And the game he's looking forward to is Sunset Overdrive.
A lot of people are. Yeah, I am too.
Did you know actually that the main character of that game is voiced by one of my favorite voice actors?
Who?
Yuri Lowenthal.
Really?
Yep. Yuri Lowenthal voices the main character of Sunset Overdrive.
That game's going to be bigger than people think. And I'm not an Xbox One fan. I can't stand their marketing. I can't stand the company. I'm not happy with it all. But I'm going to give them credit. And Sunset Overdrive is going to be like what Borderlands 2 was.
Anyway, I have something funny to show in this gameplay because this is really brilliant of what this person did. But basically, I was trying to buy items from the enemy shop in this, and what happened was the enemy player did something really smart, swapped me into her pool, and I instantly died. And I have to show this. This is the most embarrassing but funniest thing I've ever done. Basically, just whoop right into the pool, and then I'm dead.
And so, Jack, would you say that you're a PlayStation fan?
I'll tell you guys, people have called me an Apple fanboy and an Android fanboy and an Xbox fanboy and all that crap. I go with what's best, and I'll tell you right now, PlayStation was better than Xbox One. Xbox 360 was better than PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 was amazing. PlayStation 4 is amazing. Xbox One is lacking. Xbox One's biggest mistake was that they never crossed over friends. You have to keep the network alive. The biggest problem with that is I cannot talk to my 360 friends on Xbox One, and that is their biggest mistake.
Like I said, I'm glad. Like I feel bad for the people that bought an Xbox One because I don't think it's worth getting. Just for the fact that it lacks games.
Well, I was gonna say because I'm getting one on Tuesday, that Sunset Overdrive bundle, and there are some games. Like the reason why I bought it was because there are some games I'm interested in. Like Halo comes out soon, and that's a really good. The collection, that's a pretty good deal for 4 games, and they're all remastered and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's a good price, and I do like Halo, but it being remastered with all those games, that's a good deal, and it's gonna be very content filled.
All right, and Halo's amazing, but the problem with Halo is they never grew up. From Halo 1 to Halo 5 or 6 or whatever, it never changed. It was the same. What do I have to say? The enemies looked the same. The movements were the same. The shooting, it was just a different location. I go back and play Halo 1 and have the same gratification.
I actually wanted to get an Xbox One just to get the Halo Master Chief Collection, but the only thing about it is I really don't want an Xbox One because throughout 2008, I wanted to get a PS3 so bad, but back in 2008, I think it cost like $500, $600. So I had a 360 throughout the years, and I was enjoying it. But the only problem is that PS3 had better exclusives than the Xbox 360 did, because 360 only has mostly first-person shooters or third-person shooters and all that. Well, that's fun and all, but PlayStation got Sly Cooper, Infamous, Heavy Rain, all those type of games I actually want to play. So I was like, you know what? I'm switching to PS4. And plus, PS4 has actually better stuff than the Xbox does anyway.
Okay, so guys, I got a question for you. What is your favorite exclusive game that's only to one system?
Oh, jeez.
That's such
Infamous.
a fucking hard question.
It's got to be an exclusive.
Wait, on the new systems?
Either
On the new
any one. It
systems,
could be 360, PS3. It could be PC exclusive.
You know what?
It could be PS4.
You know what? I'm actually throwing a hardball at this one because Shin Megami Tensei 4 on the 3DS is an exclusive to the 3DS, so I'm going with that because I love that fucking game despite how fucking difficult it is.
I'm gonna go personally. Now, obviously, they've kind of ruined the franchise since, but just in general, I'm gonna go with Gears of War for Microsoft. I think the first two games were just incredible. I think they have potential to bring back the series, to prominence, but with Judgment, they kind of took a misstep there, handed it off to another developer. So maybe if Epic Games gets back involved with it, I would say Gears of War would be my favorite console-exclusive franchise.
I think my favorite will probably be the God of War series, because I actually have played the first two, and I played the third one on my dad's PS3. So I go with that.
Yeah. I'd say the Sly Cooper series, because Sly 2 is a really underrated. That's my favorite game of all time. It's an exceptionally made game. It's hard to find faults in something that well crafted. I could go on and on about it, but it's a great game. And it's exclusive too.
Anybody else?
I would say Last of Us. I really like Last of Us.
What's the Sony exclusive where he's like Indiana Jones, young guy? Uncharted. Okay, I'm torn between two exclusives. One's Uncharted, the other one is Resistance.
Resistance, I'd say. Resistance 3 was fun.
Resistance 3 was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Insomniac Games did a great job.
Yeah, they
I
did.
have not played any Resistance game. I should try it out.
Oh, you should.
All three. I love
Get them
Resistance 1. It is great.
Okay, I don't like Resistance 2. I'll say that.
Resistance 2 was a little lacking, you're right. But they're all worth it now. You could probably get the whole lot for $20.
Yeah, there's a collection. It's like $15, I think.
Oh my gosh. It's a lot of fun. You want to talk about weeks of play. Go with Resistance. And Uncharted 1 was absolutely horrid. 2 and 3 were amazing, and I can't wait for 4 to come out.
Yeah.
I mean,
the trailer for 4 was awesome. Looked amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. So, wow, that's great. So you guys, it's funny. You guys are all different systems, all different genres, wide variety here.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got PC fans. There's a couple Xbox people, but more PlayStation and PC guys, I think.
Yeah, I've actually I built my first gaming PC. I used to have a laptop. It was a decent laptop, but it would get way too hot to actually play any decent games on. So I went out and I built my first PC. And since then, I've actually skipped over this current generation, at least for now. I might get something in the future, like a PS4, if I do get one. But so far, I've been happy with my PC with my PC.
I left PC gaming I left behind because I got angry with it. It was Half-Life 2. That was the game I bought. I had a brand new system, and there was a DirectX setting in the graphics card that I didn't checkmark the box. It took me 4 hours to figure out why the game kept crashing, and as soon as I got it fixed, I said I'm never ever buying another game on a PC. I'm going to plug and play, and I never want to do this again. 4 hours to play a new game. I was pissed.
That's crazy.
I was. It was crazy. And I'm tired of upgrading cards, and I'm tired of, you figure every year I was updating the graphics card to keep up with the technology. But if I get a PS4 or I get an Xbox One, I know I put it in, we're going to start playing right away.
Yep. That is true. Obviously, the consoles are a lot more of a plug-and-play experience. With PC, there's a lot that can go wrong if you don't know what you're doing, but at the same time, there's a lot that can go right if you know what you're doing. So, for example, on PC gaming, you can actually have mods that change the experience, that fix some problems, and then also you can run it at higher resolutions, at better frame rates. So if you do know what you're doing on the PC and you do keep your hardware up to date, you can get ultimately a better visual experience. Me personally, I use a wireless 360 controller for my PC. I don't play with the keyboard and mouse.
Right.
So I get a console experience on my PC with just a better graphical experience.
Wow, very cool. It's come a long way, hasn't it?
Oh, of course, yeah.
PC gaming kicks butt.
And the other good thing is I can play games. I can play basically any older game that I have. I don't have to play one on my PS3 or one on my PS4. I can go back as old as games as I have and play them all up until modern games now. So,
very good point. That's a great point. Wow. All right, guys, I got to bow out of here. I apologize. I wish I could stay the full 3 hours or however long you're hanging out.
Oh, no. It was an honor. It was really a pleasure to have you on, and we really appreciate it. Is there anything you want to plug before you leave?
I'm just going to talk about you guys in my social media and then help promote your podcast because I think I'd love to come back. I know Jack Jr. just popped his head in. He would love to be a guest in the future, and I just want to see this podcast live on, and I just thank you for having me as a guest.
Oh man, we really appreciate you saying that. We really appreciate having you on, and we'd love to have you on in the future. So we'll keep in contact.
All right, man. Let's hook up through social media.
All right, man.
Awesome.
Of course.
Thanks so much, buddy.
Take care, buds.
All right. See you later, dude.
Bye, guys.
See you, Jack.
See ya.
Have a good night, Jack.
Good night.
Well, that was freaking awesome.
Yeah, that was.
That was really. We got to learn a lot more about the guy. I didn't know that he had that rich of a history with gaming, so it was a good surprise.
He knows his stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. I'm speechless. He was a really good guest thus far.
Yeah, it was very fun. It was just fun to be with.
Well,
yeah, and he was on for a lot longer than I expected. I expected to be on for just a little while because he's always so busy with doing stuff. But no, he gave us a lot of his time, and I hope all the fans, you guys probably have noticed us talking about him on Twitter and stuff like that. So for the fans, I hope that was a nice little surprise for you to see Cooking with Jack on the SoKast, which is I gotta admit, when I asked him to be on, me and Moogle, we were talking to him a couple days earlier this week. And it was a surprise to us that he was going to come on. So we'll definitely have this up. Of course, we'll have it on the YouTube. I'm also recording the audio, so just in case something goes wrong there, we'll at least have the MP3. And we'll hope that you guys enjoyed that guest, and we're just going to continue on. Business as usual now.
Yep. Yeah. Huggy Bear asks, "Is this on PC?" No, it's. I don't even know if there is a PC version of Resident Evil 3. Is there?
No.
There is actually. This is the PS3 version.
Actually, there is. I'm gonna get up with you.
Hey now. Just because we don't have our guest anymore.
Just because you get body smashed and rage quit doesn't mean anything.
Actually, you'd be surprised. He actually put up a good fight there when we were playing Smash.
So. So he didn't fall off the stage like an idiot.
Actually, he did a few times, but yeah, it was definitely it was definitely a noble battle though. It was like all of us when we had Blaze join us. It was really fun. So
and I kicked your ass.
Master Race.
You only won the one time because I grabbed Pascal and fucking dropped myself into the pit with him.
Listen, Smash Wii U has been confirmed to have 8 players. And I know Renegades. You said you were gonna buy it when you had money, right?
Yes.
Motherfucker, cool. I don't even have a Wii U yet, so don't even talk shit to me.
I know you're gonna get one. I have a feeling. 'Cause I know you
Yeah.
can't handle that 8-player Smash, dude. I'm gonna kill you, all of you.
Luke, I'll
Smash
body you
all.
in. Luke, I'm
I
telling you
know
right now, I'll
Divas
body
has
you
me
any day in
getting
1v1.
that. AJ, I'm gonna kick his ass in that, and it's gonna be streamed because I actually have a thing that can stream it, of course. Because unlike the 3DS, it doesn't need a proprietary capturing thing. All I need is an Elgato, which I already got. So we're gonna be having some smashing.
Well, guess what,
Yeah,
Luke?
I'm
gotta
gonna
buy me a
everybody's
Wii U.
ass. SOK, I'm going against the SOK. All right. We on Smash. I'm gonna kick everybody's ass.
Yeah,
Well, let me
Yeah,
tell you
right.
something.
You're gonna
We'll
run
see.
off the stage with Little Mac.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
take you a while.
We'll
It's
see
gonna
when
take
we.
you a while.
I'll see you when we 1v1 there, Luke. We'll see who's
Yeah,
all that shit.
I'll do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun with your. Y'all have fun with the mini fucking TVs of a controller.
Yeah, the beta version.
No, the GameCube, dude. The GameCube's where
Beta
it's at.
males, beta version.
Fuck out of here. The GameCube's controller was alright. The
Yeah,
Wii
it
U
was
controller.
alright. It was
The
good.
Wii
I
U
didn't like
controller was a
How do you
like a
not
fucking
like it?
TV.
The
Like a fuck-
GameCube controller?
No, the Wii U.
I don't know. Thought it was a little too busy for my tastes.
Busy? What the fuck? What?
I just got a problem with that. I gotta get. If I get a Wii U, I gotta get a different controller because I got a problem with that. It feels
That
like I'm
comes-
holding
Dude,
a
it comes
fucking
with a
tablet in my
GameCube
hand.
controller.
Shit looks
Comes
stupid.
Comes with
Yeah.
the
I
GameCube.
don't think it's bad. I just personally don't like it.
Dude,
Jay,
I
you
like the
don't
Xbox
need that.
360 controller
You don't
better.
need
it comes with a GameCube controller.
No, you have to buy
Okay.
it. You have
Okay.
to buy it extra, you bitch.
Oh, you gotta buy extra. Or fuck.
You also
Yeah.
gotta buy a what was it? The extension thing to be able to use the
I
GameCube
thought there was-
controller.
Oh yeah, you do.
Well-
I thought there was a bundle coming out for it.
Well, you know,
don't think
me
so.
and
Yes, for $100.
well, you know, me
Well,
and Fred
it's better
knows
than buying
it's
it
all about.
separately.
Me and Fred knows it's all about the PC Master Race.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
It is. Because I could play any game I want and emulation.
Uh-huh.
You dig?
Yeah, I can do, you know what, I can do emulation on the Ouya, so I don't need that bullshit. Ouya World
Yeah.
Order.
Guess who's
Fuck
been
it,
playing
look at that.
Shenmue on the fucking Dreamcast?
I have a Dreamcast for that, so I don't need
Yeah, you have a
emulation.
Dreamcast that fucking Shenmue 3 will come out in your lifetime.
Yeah. I'll make it before they do. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you're gonna be on life support so that they can fucking have it out before you.
Hey, you
Fuck
can
it.
get Torres to draw it for you.
Yeah, he'll be my art director. Thank you very
Don't
much.
make one of those
sir.
things where you flip the pages and there's motion.
Oh my
No.
god.
All you had to do was make the damn Shenmue 3, CJ.
Well, check this
Okay.
out. Guess who's been talking shit about Resident Evil 3?
Oh, that's
Phil.
Wonder Boy.
yeah, that's no surprise.
Phil, I'm not surprised. He died like 4 times in a
Dude,
video and said it was random enemies.
Dude, he ran out of ink ribbons for saving too much.
Yeah.
Kitty
Yeah,
Carl
he
for
saved
letting me
like
do that.
like 15 or 17 times.
Dude,
Yeah, he's gonna get a shitty ranking.
Resident Evil 3 is not even that hard.
It's not.
It's
I thought it
kind of
was-
short, to be
Nemesis is a-
honest.
Yeah, Nemesis is annoying, but the rest of the game's not hard.
Well, anyway, actually, I don't even know what the fuck I was going to say, because you guys were all like, "Rah, rah, rah." But, oh yeah, about that whole Elgato thing. Luke, you can go fuck yourself, by the way, because I'm getting it 10 times cheaper than you probably originally bought it.
What? I
Ooh.
don't care. You know what?
Well, you know what the
Screw
funny thing is? With the glorious PC, I don't have to get a capture card.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but the thing is, we're all casuals and we play on consoles, so it's not like
I-
Fuck your mothers.
I use supposed to record Smash with just a PC. Exactly.
Well, the thing is, some of us
Emulator.
like big boy games.
They don't have an emulator for Wii U yet. I know they have
3DS
one for
emulator?
360. Wii
Yes,
U.
they
do.
Screw the
emulator?
3DS.
They
No,
will
no,
have.
not screw 3DS. I'm talking about Wii U.
Well, that isn't even out yet.
So?
It's not important enough.
So how
to
you gonna
emulate.
record it with your Wii U and your capture card? It isn't even out yet.
I mean, look.
That's
I'll
right.
say this about the Wii U. I know people might think that I'm a Nintendo hater. I'm not. I would only play it for the first party exclusives, like most people.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
Zelda,
what it's
the
for.
Donkey Kong and shit. But other than that, it's not. I'll wait till it goes on
That's a
sale.
ridiculous
especially
thing
with
to
that
say,
fucking
Lou.
controller. It should
Oh
have
yeah,
just
that's
came
what the
with
game
a
is.
simple.
That's what
There's
the
plenty of
console's
games.
for.
It doesn't have
Just
to be fucking
specifically
something-
for the handful of
Yeah.
franchises
Yeah.
that it's meant for.
Yeah,
That's
no, no, no.
ridiculous.
No.
Can I be honest with you
please
guys?
explain myself?
All right.
All right. How many
I,
games? No.
Let
How
Torres
many
talk.
games? Fine.
I was gonna say, growing up, I was never a huge Nintendo guy. I mean, I played some Nintendo games, but I never like playing the new consoles. I never played the GameCube or the Wii. So I'm trying to get into Nintendo games. Probably next year, I'm gonna try to buy me the Wii U. There actually are some games I'm interested in buying. So try something new for once.
Yeah.
You know.
Are we taking any more guests?
Yes.
The live
We are
caller
going
segment.
to have 2 guests. I was going to, segue to that more naturally, but thank you, Renegade, for ruining our Hollywood magic.
Hey, you're welcome.
El Renegade.
Yeah, it's not like we have a private chat or anything, Anyway, so let's go ahead and let's add a certain person here. Let's see who we've got here.
While you're adding a person, I just want, if anyone in the chat played Divinity Original Sin or Wasteland 2, can you tell me how it is? Sorry for disturbing you. I just wanted to know.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
So we have our first guest. He goes by the name... Wait, what does he go by the name of?
King Nero Barrage.
What do you go by on Twitter and Hitbox, good sir? I completely botched it. It's different than your Skype name is different.
On Twitter, I go by the King of Seals Vlogs.
King of Seals, that's right.
And on Hitbox, I go by King Nero Returns.
Awesome.
You're Seal Vlogs.
So how's it going, buddy?
Everything's going all right.
Did you were pleasantly surprised by our guest Jack tonight?
To be honest, I was more thrown off by the fact that he actually says his first game that he's ever played was Ultimate.
Jack is a pretty cool guest.
Hey, it was.
Yeah, that was... it's so speechless right now. It's like... So, what are we gonna ask here? We can't have our lovely guest here and not say anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Do you think Nintendo should harken back to the old franchises that they had? And do you think other companies should do the same?
Like what old series?
That's actually a really good question.
I do agree. Like something like Metroid, for instance. I'm sure a lot of people want to see a new one, but after the flop that was Other M, it sort of convinces companies like, oh, we failed on this. Maybe it's not a good time for the franchise, or maybe we need to put it on the shelf. I do think that when it comes to a big franchise, they should certainly go back to it, and Capcom is like the main offender of this because they have a lot of franchises people love, but they never go back to them unless they sold like a certain amount. I think it's 2 million. If it hasn't sold 2 million, it's pretty much dead.
To be honest, I've always wanted another Omniscia because that game.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Or HD collection.
Yeah.
I always want another Dino Crisis because I think they could have really did something with that outside of the third game.
3 words for you: Chrono Trigger, bitches.
That's Square. Genius.
No, for an old series, it needs to be put onto the modern.
Actually, you know what?
They actually made a recent port of Chrono Trigger on the DS.
We're not talking about ports. We're talking about a new game.
No, Fred. Though you know what? They did make a sequel to Chrono Trigger. It's called Chrono Cross.
Chrono Cross. Yes, but was it modern? Was it on the Wii U? Is that what we were talking about right now? No, shut it.
Well, we need a new. We need a next gen Wild Arms.
Yes.
I actually want a new Shinobi. Well, a sequel to Shinobi and Nightshade.
Yeah, like Shinobi.
We need a new Punisher game. God damn it!
Oh yeah,
something good.
Oh
yeah.
That game was cool.
Yeah. Well, we also need a new Shenmue. But that's besides the point.
Yes.
You wanted that forever. You've been jacking off to it so hard, dude.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Shenmue's gonna be at Tokyo Game Show.
I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. We need another. We need another F-Zero.
God, yes.
Yeah, we need another F-Zero.
Would be a good one, like a good third-party developer for that, or second-party.
Next Level Games has been doing good for Nintendo.
You know what? I noticed it's never
we're
gonna
just talking
happen.
about Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I noticed it's never gonna happen, but I wish we could get another Advent Rising game. I wish they could have sold enough copies to come out with a new one.
Advent Rising. I remember that game.
Oh,
Yeah, that seems to be the main problem. If it does sell well, then they usually don't greenlight a sequel unless it gets really lucky.
Yeah.
Well, you know that's kind of hard nowadays, especially with a new IP.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what else to say to our guest here, other than him asking us a question, which is not something we get often.
Yeah, well, if you got any questions for us, obviously you were watching the show before you came on, so maybe you have any kind of questions for us.
Yeah. Will you be doing anything special in the future? If it gets to that point.
What we're going to try to do, we are sort of trying to get guests as they come up, so the Jack thing was pretty good. Next week, I believe, we're going to try to get 2 moderators from the King of Hate forums to have a intelligent discussion with them like we did with Timbo and Drill last week.
Yep.
So we're going to try to do that. In the future, of course, we're going to try to get different guests that are gaming related, all sorts of different things. You know, we don't want to alienate our current audience. You know, we know that a lot of people are here from the stuff that we do with the DSP stuff, so we don't want to alienate our audience by completely changing the show drastically from that. But we do want to branch off into different things because there's obviously so much more to us than just that. So, you know, we hope that everyone else sort of has that same view, that it doesn't have to be, you know.
I mean to cut you off, but someone in chat said Halloween, so you never know.
Yeah, just about to say that.
A Halloween special where we talk about,
Oh, can I say something
on camera? It'll be real spooky.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, you know, when
Loophole
Loophole knows he's the ugliest nigga in the squad. So
he's got a killer jump shot though.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Fucking meme cast.
We can all the SO meme cast.
Yeah.
Yes, so.
Why you gotta be so meme?
Oh.
I have one more question.
We could go on like voice changers.
Yeah,
wait, can I say something real quick before you answer your question?
What's that?
Sure.
I was actually gonna say when the show's over, I'm actually gonna you know the SoK thing I'm doing. I was actually gonna re-edit it, make it just for Halloween next week. So I want to so just in case we can use that for the next podcast.
Let me guess, you're gonna turn the cat into a fucking beautiful lady.
Can I be a zombie?
Pardon me. I have one last question.
Okay.
Shoot.
All right.
How do you feel about Phil shitting on classic games, games that people have loved, and all that?
This is the thing I really hate about Phil. Because he not only just talks shit about the game, he also talks shit about the game developers. Recently, Crybabies made a video about this yesterday about him shitting on From Software. And From Software have made so many games. They are one of the most proficient game developers on the market. They have made so many games, and a lot of them are so unique, interesting, and many times revolutionary. The Kingsfield games, which I am in the process of reviewing the Kingsfield games, and pretty much all From Software RPGs, they released a ton, and they all have very unique things about them. And here's Kingsfield, a first-person open-world RPG that doesn't have a terrible amount of slowdown, has no loading times, and actually is presentable in today's standards. I mean, that's crazy. And for him to shit on it because a boss was too hard for him is crazy. And the second thing is Jack 2. That was another big thing. He just shit all over the game, and it was clear he didn't like it, but he kept playing it because he was getting views, because he was getting mad at the game. Yeah. And it's just annoying. And now he's doing it again with Resident Evil 3, being annoyed at the game and shit. It's obnoxious.
I'd actually like to chime in. Knights Old Republic. He actually had to rage quit because he had technical problems, which wasn't really technical. So it's a common trait in Phil that just because he sucks at something, or just because he doesn't know how to put his fucking computer in administrator mode for older games, then he has to shit on the game and say it's the game's fault. It's basically a victim and basically a spoiled brat mentality. I'm not going to say anything about his parents, but obviously Phil grew up thinking that he was entitled to things that, he grew up with an entitlement complex, like a Napoleon Bonaparte complex. Maybe he's so shitty at games or at life that he has to feel that he has to shit on other people or try to make other people feel bad about themselves just to make him feel better.
And here's another example of a game he shitted on. It was Spider-Man 1 for the PS1, which I loved as a kid. Yeah. That was back when I was a fan of his. He was doing like a little Spider-Man marathon. He was playing a bunch of old Spider-Man games, and I was shocked when he was playing Spider-Man for the PS1. Like, this might be interesting. I watched a little bit of playthrough. It was all right, but then when we got later in the playthrough, it just got worse and worse. He started insulting his fans. He started saying like people who are fanboys of this game and all that. He told them all tough titties if you don't like the game. If you don't like me saying harsh opinions about the game, even though most of his opinions are invalid. So he thought he could just shell over the game, and he got it's not a surprise he got a ton of hate for it, because most of his playthrough of that game was a ton of dislikes.
And he also showed his technical ineptitude because of the whole memory card thing, where he could have just played the game on a PlayStation 3.
Is it on PS3?
Well, the backwards compatible.
Yes, it's backwards compatible, but it's not downloadable.
Oh, okay.
Wow, he had a problem with the memory card, but he'd never played on a PS1 before or anything, too?
Oh, yeah, he was saying that.
PS2. That's even worse because that's more recent.
He was playing Spider-Man 1 for the PS2, but he was using a PS2 memory card, even though you're supposed to use a PS1 memory card.
Games. That's the problem. And then he was complaining, oh, why can't my PS2 memory card save on this PS1 game? I'm gonna have to leave my console on all night because I'm dumb.
Yes.
And it took him about like 24 hours, or maybe even longer than that, to get like a PS1 memory card.
Yeah. I never had that problem as a kid. I just automatically knew.
There's even memory cards out there that they modded and made that can play PS1 and PS2 save data just fine. So
yeah, PS3 has virtual memory cards, which is cool.
Yeah, it's always nice to have, especially when you're playing like games like Chrono Cross and Final Fantasy, any of the Final Fantasy games. Memory card is really fucking useful.
Yeah, you can have more than one memory card, which is always very helpful.
Yes.
Yep.
One day I might look into classic games, because I've never really played that generation of games.
Honestly, man,
oh, you missed out.
Dude, you gotta consider playing a lot of the classic games that we all grown up with.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, the mid 90s or like the early 90s to the early 2000s, that's probably like the golden era of video games.
Nah, I'd say early 90s. I wasn't even born then, but still, I still think that's the best. The Super Nintendo, high watermarks.
Oh no, I'm not
PS2
disputing that either. And Super Nintendo was fucking amazing back then, along with things like the Genesis. And then when they moved on to the PlayStation era, obviously, it got a little bigger because they're promoting the shit out of it. But I think that was definitely an age of video games that you should not miss, because it was really good back then. Okay. Now it just seems like things are a rehash of what they are, and people mimicking off of each other wins the most instead of originality, which is missing these days.
People, when they make games, are really running out of ideas. Like, they're already copying the same thing they already did, just having their own little twist on it.
Yeah, the thing I get from that, like, the most, and the prime example is Assassin's Creed, and how it's just like, the same thing, and now they're releasing 2 games in 1 year.
In the same day.
Yeah, same day. So
You know, I'm a big fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, so I can understand that, but I still like it for what it is. I only play for the story. I don't care for the multiplayer.
Oh
I
yeah,
always
yeah.
skip the multiplayer.
And they're trying to branch that out as sort of a way to get like more people to play and to freshen it up. And I can understand that, but when
it's like
cut out,
if
buddy.
it ain't broke, don't
Renegade
fix it.
cut out.
Renegade.
He's lost in the ether.
Dun, dun,
What were you
dun,
gonna say,
dun,
Torres?
dun, dun, dun. That's another one.
Oh jeez.
We need
Ah, there he
If it ain't
goes.
broke, don't fix it.
Me. Well, I have Symphony of the Night on, and God Hand and Odin Spear on my PlayStation. Now I've been in a funk not being able to play those games recently. Whenever I get out of it, I might just start playing these games again.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a decent computer, you can definitely do emulation. You know, some of these older games, as long as you're not morally opposed to emulating games, and if, a lot of people rationalize it as, well, I bought the games when I was younger, so, I should be able to emulate them. But anyways, as long as you're not morally opposed to it, emulation is definitely a viable option. Even if you have just a simple laptop, you should be able to do Super Nintendo games.
Yes.
Definitely.
PS1 maybe.
I tested emulations on a decent laptop, and let me tell you something, I got good gameplay without any lagging or anything, even up until Dreamcast and even some PS2 games on a decent laptop. So as long as your laptop has a good amount of memory, you should be fine, because these games came out like 10 years ago. So as far as, it won't be too intense on your graphics card. I believe it's more about
and
memory.
If you have an Xbox 360 controller, you can plug that right in, and it'll work via USB. Or, you can get a cheap Logitech controller, anything like that. So, you don't have to necessarily play on your keyboard to play these games either.
I have an emulator on my phone, which plays Game Boy Advance games.
Ah. So you're a little bit familiar with, how it works and stuff. So I'm pretty sure you've gotten good results on your phone with Game Boy, right?
Yeah.
So
I've been in my sophomore year. I've been enjoying a lot of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories and Grand Theft Auto Advance. A really forgotten GTA game, Game Boy Advance. Oh, yeah.
That's cool, man.
That's awesome. So, I think that basically covers that topic. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we move on to our next guest?
Nothing really. It was cool hanging out with you guys.
Oh, no, of course. Yeah. We appreciate you calling in, and definitely, obviously when we have a guest, they sort of go to the back of the line. But of course, eventually we're going to be having recurring guests and stuff like that. So, in the future, we'd love to talk to you again.
All right.
Have a good one, buddy.
All right. You too.
What were you going to say? Stay what?
See you later, King.
All right. So we've got our next guest, Sir Dizelot. How's it going, Sir Dizelot?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah, I'm just checking because I'm using a Logitech headset.
Okay.
Oh, we can hear you, buddy.
We can hear you.
Okay, it's going good.
Oh, that's good.
Awesome.
Just playing Dishonored right now.
I like that game a lot.
It's a good game.
Yeah, I think it's underrated.
What platform you playing it on?
PS3.
Nice.
PS3? That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's all about the PS3
So
Master Race.
Yeah. It's all about the stealth.
I don't know about all that. I skipped PS3, so I can't really give any.
So many good games.
I went Xbox 360.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, I used to have an Xbox 360. Didn't really go well.
Yeah.
You know what? I enjoyed playing on the Xbox 360 until I had to send it in like 10 times.
Don't even get me started.
I had one
then I
problem
switched.
with it, and I actually,
14
I don't know if I
times.
told this story. I don't know if I told this story on the podcast, but I had the original white Xbox, the launch one, and it red ringed on me. So I took it to GameStop, and basically I went to try to sell it back to them. And they did one quick test on it. What they did was they basically plugged it in, put all the shit together, put it on the TV, and they tried to play a game on it. So in this case, they tried to play that Burger King game, Sneak King or whatever. So they tried to play that. It red ringed on them, and they were like, "Oh, that's weird." And I was like, "Oh yeah, what's happening? What's wrong?" They're like, "Oh, I don't know. Let me try this again real quick." So by some miracle, my Xbox ended up working for like 5 minutes, long enough for them to say, "Oh, okay, yeah, that works. We'll give you $70 or whatever the fuck." So I at least got something for it, and I was able to put that towards my Xbox 360 Elite. So.
I used to have a launch day Xbox 362, and the same shit happened, except I had to go through a fiasco. 14 Xboxes returned. 14. That's just insane. I've had this new one since 2011, and it's working, but it's old.
Wow.
And it's very loud.
14, really?
Yeah, it's still the old white one. It's not launch day. Other than that, though, it's white. And I don't like it because it's loud. It sounds like a jet turbine. That's how bad it is.
You should try dusting it out, man.
I know, but it was loud from the start as well. Like I probably would remove some of that, but
that's probably the disk drive. The Xbox, the original Xboxes had a notoriously loud disk drive.
Yeah, that too.
Have you tried installing? Have you tried installing game? Do you have the 20 gigabyte hard drive?
No, 260, I think.
Have you tried installing games onto your hard drive?
Yep, I have, and it doesn't do anything. No.
Doesn't do anything?
No, I played downloadable games, same shit. Just the console just by inherently is loud. So that's why
I don't know, man. I got the Xbox Elite, and I don't know if they fixed it or what.
Oh, the Elite, yes, they did. That's why. That's why. This is the old ass, big ass, huge Xbox.
Oh, without the HDMI, right?
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's loud.
Tell you what, Iron Sheik voice. Fuck the Xbox 360.
Fuck the fuck on Xbox.
No, it's not the black 360 because I would get that, and I heard it's very quiet, which is nice. But the original is not. It's loud.
I don't like the glossy one. I don't want to fucking touch that thing and get it all full of fingerprints.
Fred.
I like my nice matte black 360.
Fred, have you ever got the Red Ring?
Yes. So I had the original launch one, and I got Red Ring, and I was able to take it back to GameStop, and they gave me money for it. I put that towards my so.
Can I tell you a little story of how I got the Red Ring of Death on my Xbox?
No.
What?
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had my Xbox since 2008, and it still works. And there was actually a couple of times. Yeah, there's been a couple of times. The red ring did pop on my Xbox. I did was just run to my Xbox, just turn it off as fast as I can. It works the next day. That's all I did. Yeah, I had that old thing for so long. I never had any problems with it.
You're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, so
very lucky.
For our guests, did you have any questions you wanted to ask us, or anything you want to talk about?
Not really. I don't really have anything to say. I was just wondering if we could just, I don't know. I'm not really people who, like, talk about stuff, so.
I understand.
No, that's cool. We're glad to have you, man. Do you have any insight on the whole emulation thing? Sort of what our previous guest brought up, that Phil kind of shits on older games and stuff like that. Do you have any sort of insight on that for us?
Oh. Well, speaking, I used to be a fan, and my first call when I called into his Hate Live, I asked him, would you ever consider playing Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon? And those two are one of my favorite series. So, and I was a big fan of his back then, and I just wanted to see how he would play. But now, after seeing him playing all these older games, especially Jack, I don't want to see him play any older games anymore, because he thinks that the older games need to be like newer games, easy and straightforward, when no, that's not how the 90s worked. It was hard, and you had 3 lives, and then boom, you're dead. You had to start the entire game over.
Exactly.
I got an impression of him saying that the older games should be like newer games when he's playing RE2, and he was complaining about the graphics and everything, saying, "Oh, this looks horrible." But like for a game in 1998 with CGI like that, it was pretty much a blast to the people who played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So his mentality is I put it like this. I think he would have a better reaction if he treated the games that he played in the past that's like nostalgic. Like, you know, you're going back and you're playing something, you should play it in the mindset that, of course, some things are going to be dated, but that's just how it was in that specific time period. Since he lacks this, that's why he shits on the game so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think because of him playing Jak 2, like when he played Jak 2 and just died so many times at the very beginning, I did a playthrough of my own playthrough of Jak 2, and I beat the game with less than whatever parts he had. So it's not the game, it's the player.
Yeah, it is.
No, you never heard the expression "Don't hate the player, hate the game."
Oh, I heard that. My sister
Come
and
on,
my dad
man.
use that all the time.
That's
Terrible.
Phil's entire life.
Yep.
Was there any games that he played that pissed you off besides Jak 2?
Jak 1.
That too.
Well, the Jak series, and when he plays Jak 3, I know I'm gonna hate when he plays that. But I'm not a fan of Sly, but I hated when he played Sly because of how bad he played. And the Metal Gear Solid series that started
You're
everything.
gonna be Lupo's best friend.
What? Well, who's my best?
Yeah, mine. I like Sly Cooper too.
Anyone who hates his slide playthrough is your best friend, Lupe.
Anyone who hates his life, that's not true.
Or anyone
You had
that
a fucking mental breakdown when you had that fucking Let's Endure. You couldn't even finish it.
Yeah, I couldn't finish it because I hated everybody. I hated life after watching that shit. Playing my
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll tell you what. If one game that I hope, and I know that he won't play it, but he needs to stay away from the first Deus Ex game.
Oh my god, dude.
Please stay away from it.
Dude, he can beat Half-Life, and that shit's linear. Ooh.
At least he didn't play the sequel.
It's a shooter.
Crouch jump in half.
I just realized I never played Half-Life 2, one of the most inspirational games of all time. He didn't play it.
Nope.
Well, dude, did you see his Black Mesa playthrough? He sucked ass at that game.
He couldn't go. This game has a bugged jumping mechanic where you have to jump and crouch at the same time. That's my favorite part. You have to jump and crouch at the same time. Like,
I mean, to be fair though, that is kind of stupid, no? To jump and crouch at the same time.
Yeah, in today's standards, it is.
Has there ever been a game that you remember where you have to jump and crouch at the same time?
Yes, actually, pretty much every single Valve game, even like Portal.
Every single what game?
Even in Portal, you can crouch.
Valve.
Yeah.
Valve.
No, but that it's a requirement, not just that you can, but that it's like you have to. Oh yeah, maybe I should jump and crouch.
Yeah, every Valve game basically.
Yeah, dude. Portal 2, you have to crouch jump in a certain part. Otherwise, you can't get up to the one area.
And it's optional.
I haven't played very many Valve games.
So I'm not gonna ask it. I'm not.
Well,
Stop. I had a question for everyone here. Anyone ever had some sick ass?
No, Che, I will not suck your dick. Okay.
What? Yeah.
What? Oh no.
I'm gonna go. Come on. No.
He's gonna try to get us together to beat up Rusev so he could take Lana for himself.
Yes, beat up Rusev so I can get Lana. She deserves better. But anyone here good at anyone here good at shooting hoops?
Yeah. Nope. I'm good at basketball.
Anyone here good at street
basketball?
Because you
I'm alright.
Because you fucking defy gravity on the fucking moon.
Yeah. You good at basketball?
What about everybody? Everyone.
Of course you're good at hoops, man.
I'm terrible at
I haven't
basketball.
played hoops in a while.
Hey, you be terrible at it? I thought you'd be pretty good at it.
No, I'm better at baseball because I love baseball.
Yeah.
Do you even try to play basketball though? Maybe you haven't tried it.
No. There's a park right by and it has 2 basketball fields. What the fuck?
like two
basketball fields.
Yeah, two basketball fields.
Fields.
Yeah. You ever got confronted by like a group of people and they're like, play me 6-on-6?
Yeah, there was a group of kids and one teenager guy there, and he had like that stereotypical like teenage mustache shit, where it's like halfway there. You know what I'm talking about? And he has pimples on his face. Oh my god, that was awful. A bunch of like white kids who were trying to act black.
Like, I tell you what, dude, I loved street football, even though I almost killed myself a couple of times. But
really,
I loved it. Yeah, I remember one time I tried tackling this guy that was 100 pounds bigger than me, and he dragged me for like 50 feet until I chop shotted him. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like this dude, but he was dragging me, so I pulled a cheap shot. I chopped him in the throat, and he finally jumped down.
I remember one time I was playing a pickup basketball game with me and a couple friends, and this one kid, he was acting like he was all hot shit. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll show you guys what's up." And he goes to dribble the ball, he hits himself in the fucking nuts.
Wow, I'm not that bad. I can dribble a ball at least. I'm just.
How is that possible?
I don't know. It was like the first bounce. Like he had the basketball, he bounced it one time and went straight into his fucking nuts.
How the fuck do you manage that?
Was he good at the jump shot?
He's probably
dude. His jump shot was probably worse than his dribbling.
Oh my god, Fred, was this guy Pruane 2 forever? 'Cause that's what it sounds like.
He was worse than Pruane. Like, dude, Loop, if you saw it, you would be like, this kid is a fucking loser.
Really? Oh, that's.
Did he sound like a loser? Did he sound like a loser?
I don't know. I don't know what he sounded like. He made this weird sound. I don't know. He hit himself right in the nuts, man.
I can just imagine him being Pruane. I just can't.
There was a blue wiener that messed up my shot.
Hey, Luke, you and Pruane got to settle it, man. You can. I'm sure that you could play basketball better than Pruane. We saw him taking shots and shit.
Yeah, we gotta play basketball against the sex man. No.
Right. Luke, me and you against Pruane and double sweet. Let's do it.
Oh, double sweet! Oh, I hate that kid. Like, okay, those kids I was mentioning. Just imagine, like double sweet if he was trying to be like Eminem. That's what those kids were like. It was awful.
Oh.
They kept. I was there to. What was it? I don't remember what I was there to do.
Well, it's better than my basketball. It's better than my basketball, Corey. You're freaking you got the risk of getting jumped, stabbed, or shot. So it's better than that.
Oh yeah. Well, I played with them and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? This was like 2 years ago. So I was like, okay, 16-year-old guy and he's playing against like 8-year-olds. This is uncomfortable. It was crazy. Like they really wanted me to play for some reason. Like after 10 minutes, like what the fuck am I doing? I left.
Yo, Loop, come meet me on the blacktop, homie.
The blacktop. The basketball field that's going down.
Getting them buckets.
The basketball field.
Yeah.
Gotta shoot a home run.
Yeah, you'll be out in no time.
Oh my god.
So, if anyone got any questions in the chat, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I'll try to track down any kind of like funny basketball footage. Maybe we can play on the stream.
Yeah.
Get Pruane. Yeah.
Anyone got any basketball footage?
Oh man.
No. I can't put it on Mega. F.
We're about to send your clips to the NBA.
F. I can't put it on Mega because I don't have an account. F.
Have you guys ever followed like NBA?
I like the Kings, of course. But they suck.
Oh,
Yes,
like the Giants.
Yes, man, we've talked about this.
I'm in LA, so we're like
No,
I'm in LA. You're on the moon, you fucking lying sack of crap.
Whoa.
That's his beach house. Is in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's on the Los Angeles.
When he goes on vacation away from the moon, he goes to his beach house in Las Vegas.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, the Kings suck ass, but he was like, whatever. I remember they were gonna trade the Kings to someone else, some other thing. I don't know how that goes down, But people were going apeshit, like, oh, don't get rid of the Kings. We need the Kings to stay in Sacramento. And then, yeah, well, it works, but nobody goes to their games. I went to one recently. It was on like halfway filled. So,
and they don't even play their games on local anymore. That's so bad.
Oh, did you know what's the worst experience I've ever experienced? Going to a Monarchs game. Monarchs is WNBA. It was awful. There were 10 people in Arco Arena. That shit.
Were there
was
any cute
crazy.
girls?
Please no.
Oh, they're ugly. They're ugly as fuck. Yeah,
No. Oh god. That was terrible. I'm not kidding. There was like one concession stand open. It was awful. It's a big arena too.
Let me tell you
one
something.
concession stand.
Loop, you have to go to the volleyball games. You'll thank me.
Oh,
Women's
yeah.
volleyball. That is the best sport in the world.
Oh,
Especially the short shorts that they be wearing, and for some reason a lot of them have nice. I'm not even gonna. Never mind. Anyways, Loop, you're near Sacramento, right?
Yes.
Please tell me you've ever heard of Brother Lynch Hung.
No.
What? How can you be near Sacktown and you've never heard of Brother Lynch Hung?
I don't live in it. I live like 30 minutes away from it. Drive.
Brother
You've
Lynch.
never heard of the brother.
What the hell that shit is?
Alright. I'm gonna have to send you some songs. We'll do that after the thing's done.
Well, where'd I go recently? I went to Sacramento recently, and it was a really bad area.
Of course, it's Sacktown.
Oh, it's terrible. It's if it wasn't for Stockton, it'd be the Detroit of.
I mean,
I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot
you know
about.
what? Loophole was like stuck out like a sore thumb. He was putting everyone's freaking car seat in lock. He was locking all the seats.
I think that's when DSP locks him in the backseat of his baby toddler fucking seat.
Oh shit!
Oh god.
Renegade.
And
did I ever tell you guys I went through what the fuck is it called? Skid Row, in Los Angeles. That was the worst place I've ever been.
Hey, look, this kid.
I heard about it.
Looks
Isn't it like a
Loophole.
hole? Isn't it like a bunch of homeless people on Skid Row or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, this
huge
kid playing
amount.
basketball and looks like fucking Loophole.
That's me.
Oh,
Thanks.
what the hell?
I don't even know how the hell you found that.
What the hell is going on?
Fucking Fred just sent it
fuck?
to me.
How the hell did you find that shit?
What?
How did you find? Okay, Fred. How the hell did you find that? That was a vine. All right. Well, that was awkward. How the hell did? Okay, how did you find that? Please.
I do not know what's going on, and I think I don't want to know.
Hold on. Found that.
Oh my god!
It is.
Play it again. Play it again.
Is it really? Are you kidding me? Was I really right about that?
Play it again. Play it again.
Play it. Oh my god.
How the fuck did you find that?
Hold the
Play it again.
Hold the phone.
Wait a minute.
I gotta take off my glasses.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
What's going on right now?
Did I just
Play the music. No, there's music too.
Hold on.
Can I please explain myself?
No. Luke.
Can I please?
Hold on.
on.
Take a breath. Everyone take a breath.
Listen.
Can I please explain my fucking
Let me say one thing, okay?
Please explain myself, you fuck.
I didn't. Okay, no, I'm going to explain myself. I did not know this was Loop until I saw the end of the video. I was like, this kid looks like Loop. I'm playing the fucking video.
It's fine, okay.
You shoot like a third
And
grader.
this is one of my friends was recording this, and he said he wanted me to do this thing with the basketball where you like do it between your legs. I can't do that, so that's what I was trying to do. That was a half-court shot. Give me some. You know what the hell you?
That wasn't a half court. That was three-pointer.
Like this. That I can explain. The other shit I can't with this shot. That's. How did you find this shit? I'm not. Yeah, YouTube. What?
How the hell did you find that?
Please, I won't be mad. I'm not mad. This is I'm just flabbergasted.
What the?
How the hell? Who found that?
Fred, how the fuck did you find this?
Fred, you
Somebody sent it to me.
motherfucker.
What?
Somebody sent it to me.
Adam.
Fred,
Somebody sent me. They saw my Ask FM and they were like,
"Can I ask
I
what's
saw
going
some
on?
question
Because I have
like,
no
why do
idea
you
what's
hate
going on
Loophole
right
so
now."
much? And then they
Luke
sent
sucks.
me on
video of
Twitter.
Loophole
Okay.
playing basketball.
Guys,
Okay, this is on my Vine that's on Loophole 5 sent to. So I'm sure somebody went on Vine and said Loophole 5. Okay, he did that. That's where it came from. All right. Now I'm glad we've all had our fun. That's where it comes from.
Glad
Okay.
you're playing basketball in your moccasins.
And that hair, I hate that hairstyle, that haircut. That's if there's one thing I could have changed, it's that shit.
You still have the same haircut now, you fucker.
No, I don't, and I'll show it right now, bitch.
Oh my god.
Alright, get on then, asshole.
All right, bitch.
Dude.
Get on my.
Dude, honestly.
I think we should do one more just because it's so short. I think we should do one more.
Yes.
One
Dude,
more.
I didn't even know.
One more pass through so everybody's ready.
Oh, yeah,
Did
please,
you? I'm
one
sorry.
more,
How did you
one
not
more.
feel that? How did you not feel that nut shot, dude?
I know.
It wasn't. It was like hit my leg or some shit. All right. Well,
Since you're gonna
That
go
was
on camera, I'll
clearly,
put
that
on
was
Skype
clearly
video.
the nuts.
I'll put on
like I
Skype
said,
video.
I was trying to do something. I was trying to dribble the basketball through my legs. So
Yep.
that's what I was trying to do. I wasn't like trying to just regularly dribble the ball. My friend was like, "Hey Kyle, can you dribble basketball between your legs, dude?" He's like, "All right." So I was trying to do that and I failed. So.
So show your fucking clowny ass haircut. Let's see this.
I mean,
Yes. Show the bowl cut.
Come on.
forgot.
Haircut
Yeah.
or get the fuck out.
Bowl cut. Bowl cut.
Ball cut. Ball cut.
By the way, I hope you know, Loop, I am taking this video and I'm putting it on my YouTube channel.
I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm taking this clip where everybody loses their shit at this when I said, this guy looks like Loophole.
Oh.
And I didn't,
Alright.
and I didn't even actually know that was Loop. It's like I'm taking a wild guess.
Loop, it's okay. Loop, I'll team up with you. We'll go down to Sacktown and we'll show them how to play hoops. I got your back.
Hey, I did a 3-shot. My friends were impressed I did that, so that's a true story. But yeah, that's the only thing decent I did it. I said I could dribble it regularly. I don't know how to do shit like that. I couldn't even put the ball on my finger for like half a second.
So you guys like our pics? I think we have some sexy looking pics on there. The Skype chat.
Is there?
I know,
Macho man.
Except
Unfortunately,
for Torres. Torres looks disgusted.
Unfortunately,
What?
I don't have my Skype picture.
Torres is like, oh.
Oh yeah.
Right next to Luke too.
I don't have my Skype picture on, but I can show it here. Hold on.
Hey, that's what Jill Valentine was doing. Shut up.
All right, there you go, you meme box. All right.
She's like, ooh.
I don't see him. He's not on the stream yet. Hold on.
Yo, do. Look at that shit.
There he goes. All right, hold on. It's loading. There we go. I would say click on that to make it bigger.
Oh my god,
Hashtag
dude.
I like that.
It looked like he's a young Jimmy Kimmel. Look at him.
He looks like Jimmy Fallon.
Well, who does?
First
Who
of
does?
all, that's our white boy, so don't say anything.
Hey.
This podcast is brought to you by Great Clips.
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll explain my haircut 'cause it's a funny story. I go to in Sacramento. There's like I go to the ghetto to get my haircut, which is odd because I'm the whitest guy of all
Because
time.
you keep
And-
it real.
Yeah, no. There's an Asian shop that cuts my hair. It's like the size of my room, which is incredibly small. Like there's right there,
Dude,
right there.
Asian chicks. Why don't you try bagging one?
No,
dude? What the hell?
They are not the good Asian kind.
You gotta get the daughters.
The good variety. They
There's
ain't
a bad
daughters.
Asian
No.
kind?
They old.
You
They
gotta
cougars.
get the twins, dude.
If that.
Hold on, I have my
Look,
reaction.
you've got a
picture.
message over your Skype window.
Huh?
What?
Do I? Oh shit! I
Yeah, over
There
your
you go.
Skype deal, there's
Yes,
like
there you
a
go.
window.
fixed.
Wow, dude. So you couldn't even do that right. Fucking move.
Oh, dude.
Listen, motherfucker.
Loophole.
Listen,
Loophole.
motherfucker.
You guys settle it on the court.
No, I want to say this to Loophole. I'm sorry.
I'm fucking
Loophole.
just, I'm volume
Loophole.
anyway.
Hold on. You should be you're in California. There's no excuse. You should be the panty dropping king. You should be the pussy magnet. You know how many women there are over there?
You know how many women there are everywhere? That is true. There are women in other states, to be fair. Hey, Ren, why don't you show your baby face, you little pussy?
Ooh,
exactly. I don't have a webcam. I just want to gargle my marbles when in voice.
Alright, Jimmy Kill, DSP Jr.
And there's Moogle's reaction.
No, all he needs is to go back his hair, I swear. The little goatee.
Oh man, Skype crashed.
Look at Moogle making his picture the biggest. Alright, birthday boy.
Simon is real avatar right now anyway, so he's a liar. He's a no-good motherfucker.
Here, I'll make it the same size. Put it over Jay's picture.
Matter of fact, I don't think that's my Skype icon.
Oh wait, don't put it over. My picture should be expanded.
And Jay, I think it's like some guy. It's a different guy. That's weird.
A guy? You think that's a guy?
No, not on stream. Like right now, I'll take a picture of it if you're that self-conscious about it.
Fine, if you
it's like some guy with the. It looks like. I can't.
You mean my YouTube picture and Twitter?
No, like he's some guy with. He's like rubbing his chin and shit.
What are you talking about?
It's like a voice popper thing with headphones on. White kid.
No. What?
I just Skype picture.
You can see on the hitbox screen that mine is
my
epic military female.
Tonight.
Epic military.
Is my epic
okay, there you go.
Military
got
female.
Fred with the classic face palm. Yeah.
There's my Skype picture.
Fantastic, yeah.
Oh man. Well, it's the full picture, but there it is.
So Lupo, in response to there being a GTA San Andreas for the Xbox 360, and you being very upset about this news, will you be going on camera to break Rockstar Games?
No, that is not happening unless... No, it's not happening. Fuck that.
Why not?
Because I have a 360, I'll play it. Just I don't get why. That's the thing. It's just...
I mean, I think that would be very popular if you went on to YouTube.
PC version's gonna look better anyways, and I have that too. I just don't care for PC that much.
Gotcha.
And it's just
you
HD
don't think
too.
it would be worth it to break some Rockstar games?
It's just an HD port, and it's actually coming out unlike Shenmue 3. So that's the deal.
We've got that on camera.
You admitted the game that you're fapping to so hard is not coming out.
What game?
Shenmue 3.
Oh yeah.
Shenmue 3DS.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. There are a lot of other games I'd rather have than Shenmue 3. Bully 2.
What?
Bully 2. Jack 4. A lot of other games, but mostly Bully 2. That shit would be awesome. That would be the coolest shit ever. A next-gen game, Bully, with a campus, and it's in college and shit. Just so many possibilities with that. It's awesome. And I see Moogles being a bitch.
What about the next gen?
Hey, well, for DSP it says I'm in my basement. Two things. One, I'm outside, and two, Californians don't have a basement. That's true. Moonman, can't you? We don't have basements.
You know,
we don't need them.
I'm sorry, but it's all about the East Coast and the Midwest.
Wait, you see that Toyota right there? That's my car. Shout out.
Oh, let's see the license plate on that bitch.
You can actually, because it's a Vine.
License plate, my mom's car.
Yeah, okay.
This is some Vine?
This was a Vine. This is my friends made this Vine. What the hell do you think?
Seriously?
Yeah, you
so
see this basketball?
You were purposely playing around when you did it?
Seriously?
Yes.
How the fuck did you find
Did
this?
I just say? Okay, wait. Go back
Why
to the
did you
video.
hit yourself in the nuts?
Because I did. That wasn't the shot was. Like I said, I'm telling you the truth when it comes to the fact that I was like trying to dribble it through my legs and pick up on the other side and dribble it back. I can't do that shit because I'm white. But that basketball field, that was the same one with the kids. That same one right there.
Field.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you said it.
Basketball basketball. I'm gonna call it that from now on. It's a basketball field.
Full fucking range. That field right there. That right there is the same.
Oh, look at that. Look at Mughals' reaction to that jump shot.
Yeah, little bitch.
Alright, so when somebody photoshops Loophole's face over fucking Michael Jordan, that would make my day.
Check out my YouTube.
God, yeah, going through the air. Doing the snippet.
What about
that part I don't get. That's what I don't get because that wasn't
Larry
in the
Bird.
point.
What about Shaquille? What about
Is it
Shaquille
gonna
O'Neal?
go in? Let's see.
Oh. Nigga should kill
I said, what about Shaquille O'Neal?
Check out my YouTube for more basketball videos.
That's not.
Where did you? Who the
I
hell
don't
did
know
that?
what that's about. That's the only thing I can't explain. I don't know what that's all about. That Divine didn't even show that.
I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know.
Yeah, at
who
least
did
I
that.
got.
Yes, that's a
Sounds
trailer.
retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead paper sales is
Yeah.
awesome. Love that fucking
Oh, here.
And-
top 10.
And everyone
dunk
should
fails.
get Anarchy Reigns. It's great.
Oh, and Fred, I have a question.
What up?
Who sent you that video? I'm not even.
Oh my goodness.
I never
All right,
thought
hold on.
that would ever see the light of day.
What the fuck?
I'll be honest.
Oh man.
Crazy shit.
I think we should, like, in the top 10
I refined
fails,
it.
top 10 dunk fails, we should put Loophole's video.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
That should be just basketball fails in general.
If he didn't dunk.
It was a 6-second.
I say we Photoshop. I say we edit Loophole's head on each one of these dunk fails.
Moogle.
Yeah,
Where's the
That's
videos
all.
about the big booty Brazilians?
That big booty.
Yo, I ain't watching that shit.
I think we're gonna get flagged for that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what's
It'll be PG, I promise.
Wow.
Just
Oh
put it in
yeah,
the corner.
right, Chief.
No, we gotta do what DSP does, like use some bad art to cover up the censor.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, use some good art.
Use Taurus's art.
You think?
Yeah.
You think we should cut the stream short?
I think we should discuss shit like that off of the air to be more professional.
What? My bad. Did I say something?
No, I meant to. I said we should cut this short. I think we went past like 3 hours by now.
2.5.
We've been on for 2 hours and 49 minutes, so we'll go to the 3 hour mark. We got 10 minutes left. How's that, Moogle?
So,
Okay,
like I said before, anyone in the chat wants to ask a question, they can.
Oh,
Feel
yeah,
free.
We got 10 minutes left for any sort of questions. If you want to ask Loophole about his basketball skills, or how to find
Wanna ask-
it'll be on all of
you
our
wanna
YouTube
ask-
channels. It'll
or you
also
wanna
be on the
ask-
Sons of Kojima channel.
Or you want to ask any of us anything?
That reaction.
Screen
Military
cap
chicks
this.
for the
This is
win?
good.
Tempted to make a "This is how you do play basketball" and put you
tempted.
Loophole's video.
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
What do you think about that, Poopy?
Oh,
Oh, facepalm. I'm capturing.
Nah, it's not a
this.
face palm. It's more like a. I don't know what do you call this?
Or like a face palm on your
Like
forehead.
a wiping the sweat off your forehead.
Yeah, from playing basketball.
Is that the temptation you get when the basketball hits you in the nuts?
Hey, I'll say this one.
So, honest, what would you call Loop? Like, what would he be of the group? Because someone said, is he the
Loophole.
weirdo of the group?
He's a what?
Loophole is the more trolling of the group. He's the guy that likes to get a rise out of
Moogle,
people.
blow my picture up.
So he
You
would
should
be
blow my
more of
picture up.
like the joke guy, you know, the trolling
Class
guy.
clown.
What would Fred
Yeah.
The chat clown. I like that. There you go.
What would I be? You said, Che?
be? Yeah, I think it'd be
He's
cool
a
if everyone...
diplomatic pervert and
He'd
Che
be,
is
no,
a
no,
dirty
no, no.
pervert.
He'd be the teacher's pet of the group. Fuck yeah.
The
Teacher's pet. Fuck
Yeah,
Renegade. Hey,
you
Renegade,
little
you're the
nerdy.
teacher. Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Teacher's pet abolished.
Oh shit. That's
Oh,
You're getting an F
Pass-
for today, young man.
Pask wants to know
Oh,
Loop,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you...
You can kiss my gold star.
Hey, Loop.
Yeah.
Pask wants to know if you could smoke him in B-ball.
Yeah, dude. Do that bitch. He'll get smoked in B-ball. He'll get smoked in Smash. He'll get smoked fucking sucking dick.
I got a challenger for you, Loophole.
Yeah, you got the last one right. Yeah, he'll get smashed and sucking dick by you.
I don't know. With skills like this, what the fuck? The full screen just went the other.
Fucking home.
Dude, Loop couldn't even play in the WNBA. That's how bad he is.
I don't know, man. With skills like this, I know.
Oh my god!
He couldn't play in the Canadian Basketball Association.
Ooh.
Wow, that's
on,
worse though. That's the thing.
You can't even dribble a fucking Canadian sword.
Why does the
Stop
first dribble go
dribbling, I
into your...
told
You
you
go
this
from holding
maneuver,
it,
it's
one
very-
dribble, bam, right in the balls.
very-
Look at that picture, in the balls.
Very. I swear to God, I don't remember it hurting. Cause look at that. Look at that.
Go back, Moogle, go back to the very beginning for us.
Yes, sir.
Because that goes right in the nuts. Dude, the dude that made this, he made sure to accentuate the fact that it went right into the dick.
Yeah, he edited it out because
Into
he's
the
like,
can.
oh my goodness.
Look at this. Look at that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Right in the balls. Look at that shit.
Right in the balls. Beautiful. Oh yeah.
Ball
beautiful.
on ball contact.
I forgot to say. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Ah, well, he might come on again, so we can have him for that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, totally.
Hey Jack,
You should come
you're
back.
beautiful.
Yeah, that appearance on our podcast, it was beautiful.
Let me see if
Look
there are
at
any
that.
more questions.
Beautiful, yes, Jerry.
I'm gonna.
Someone asked, do you think Timbo and Drillbit turned a new leaf?
No.
Well, I think that they they still hold the views that they did before they came on, other than being a little more skeptical of the Green Antic situation. So I don't think that they changed their perspective because of being on, but I think they represented themselves well, and I think they changed other people's perception of them. So I think that they'll be getting more positive interactions from people, and I think as a result they'll be having more positive interactions with people.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about like a full-blown heel turn.
No, it wasn't like
no. Like I said, I thought they all represented themselves very well.
Brother, I'm joining the NWO.
We both think respected each other in the end, which is good.
By the way,
and,
I bookmarked this video just for ridiculing.
Who's this guy? Adam.
I'm downloading.
He has 0 subs. He has 0 subs.
I'm subbing to him. I'm giving you a first sub.
Yeah, it's
Adam
unlisted
Man.
though.
Too late.
His name is Adam Man.
Actually, you know what? It says right there in the URL, so I'm sure someone's
Too late,
capped it
motherfucker.
already.
I already subscribed to him.
Yeah,
hey man,
okay.
Move, drop that thing in so I can get it.
Oh,
This mic
you mean drop it publicly? I'll do it.
Yeah, drop that shit
I'm gonna
publicly.
I'm gonna put it on my YouTube, so be on the lookout.
You
You know what? Should I put it on mine or should I put it on the SoK?
Do it on yours. Actually, I don't give a shit. Do both.
Well, because you guys got me sleeping on there, and Loophole's never gonna go to sleep on there because he. I need to go to bed before I go to sleep.
Oh yeah.
I'm posting
All
the
right,
reactions.
go ahead. That's my exposed video, and then
Guys.
DSP World Order is gonna say exposed. Loophole.
No, loophole, guys.
DSP doesn't play basketball, but Luke does.
Hold on.
What a
Yo, guys, hold on. I gotta say something. This is Loophole when he has to go to bed. Guys, if I talk, I'm afraid for my life, guys.
Afraid of my life, guys. I'm having very sleepy thoughts.
I have sleepy thoughts,
Dude,
guys.
I could just imagine though DSP World Order using that and saying, "Well, DSP doesn't go outside, so that means that this guy Loophole, he doesn't do what DSP does, so he just got exposed."
You know what I'm
Evil
thinking?
AJ snores when he sleeps. Got exposed.
Hey Loophole, what do you think if I edit that video and add in sound effects, like when it hits you in the nuts, boink,
boink? Well, yeah, make
then
it
when you go to hit the jump shot, it bounces off.
Go ahead, half court shot, and it got rimmed. So there you go.
It was a
I'm gonna have it do that boring when it
rim
hits you.
shot. It was a rim shot, and it did hit rim. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It was a half court shot. And it
I
was
never
a rim
thought
shot.
we'd have something so good as that. I want to thank. I'm not gonna tell who gave it to me on Twitter because I don't know what Loophole's gonna do to him or her.
I don't.
But,
it was funny,
She's
and there's
sexy.
nothing serious about it. It didn't give away anything personal.
at least, well, you got your license plate and car on there.
And it was way too blurry, and even then.
Oh man, I'm downloading this fucking video.
Somebody can go to that basketball field and wait until you park out there and know it's you.
Yeah.
I have the video right here.
Is it even possible? Because we also thought that someone, we also thought that Jack gave away his address, but we couldn't find that either. That was blurry.
I have the chat log.
It was right. It was right in front of you, so you couldn't even do that.
I'm saying, coming soon. This is how you do play basketball, courtesy of Loop.
Beautiful.
Was it gonna be like a good idea, bad idea?
Yeah, exactly. Good idea.
Yeah, okay.
Your legs are like wide open when you're going to dribble the ball.
Dude,
What the hell?
I just thought of something funny. How about when he misses his shot, you put the friggin' with all the black guys?
Dude, I didn't even react to it. You know
I
what?
was
You know what
reaction
hurts?
to the jump shot.
You know what hurts? The flick shots to the dick. Or the, that's what hurts. Like it stings. It's just a little bit.
Yo, I gotta say, Loop, when that basketball hit you in the nuts, I have to assume it felt
uncomfortable.
Oh my dear God!
Honestly, it wasn't. I remember.
What the hell's that?
in
That sounds like a hillbilly.
In middle school, I got somebody who was a soccer player kicked a soccer ball in my balls, and it hurt at first. And it was close to it was like a minute after, and it started coming. It was so fucking bad. Oh my God! A soccer ball.
Oh my God!
A soccer player kicked a soccer ball at me, and I hate soccer. Soccer's the worst sport out there. I'm gonna be completely.
Uh-oh. I thought golf was.
Oh, the person
Well,
X
golf
has a
is
very
more
good title. This is how you don't play basketball. That's very good.
You know what, Moonman? Are you still working on This Is How You Don't Play NBA?
Yeah, I am almost done.
Just like put me in there. There you go. That makes sense.
I'm putting it on the Sons of Kojima right now.
Go ahead. I don't give a shit, dude. I don't care.
I gotta edit it. I have to put in the sound effects. The boink. I really want when you hit you in the nuts. I want it to be like boink.
No, dude, I just thought of something funny. How about every time he dribbles, play that noise? The boink.
Boink, boink. Well, he only dribbles one time, and it goes right in the nuts.
Post basketball videos.
Do they got a song called "White Man Can't Jump" or something like that? Or was it a movie?
It was a movie.
I'm just.
Get down. Can't jump the movie.
Leo King asks, will Luke be joining the NBA?
Yes, it's confirmed.
No, he sucks.
Yeah.
We love you. We love you, Loop. We
love you, Loopy, man. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't know how to not play basketball. So, thank you for your contributions to humanity.
Thank you so much, Fred. And also...
And I think it's about time we wind down the show. We want to thank all of our guests. We want to thank Mr. Cooking with Jack for coming on. We want to thank Dark Seal. Or wait, was that Seal?
Dark
World
Seal
Order?
Phil. And there's like two.
Dark Seal Phil.
And
obviously...
I think.
Dark Seal Vlogs. And we also want to thank Sir Dies a Lot. Sir Dies a Lot, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Got to
so let's wind down. Let's Moogle, if you'd like to go down the row and see what we're all doing. We could do some plugs and we can get the fuck out of here.
Hold on a second here. All right.
All right.
No, I got it.
Let's go in order. We've got Mr. Che.
God damn.
Do you have any final thoughts for us? Anything for us to plug?
Yeah, well, you can catch me on Twitter at RetrospectivePC. And just a shout out to all you wrestling fans out there. The latest episode of the SoKast did come out last night, and we'll be leaving a link after the stream's done.
And I'll be putting it to SoundCloud as well.
Yes, sir. So you can download it.
Miles, anything you got to say for us? Anything to plug? He's dead. Superior Artist, what you got for us?
Got clubbed.
Okay, you can follow me on Twitter, The Superior Artist, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Superior Artist 10,000. I got a lot of animations and a few DSP stuff. Well, I'm really going to focus more on my animations because I really miss doing that. So, yeah, subscribe.
Lupo, where can we find more basketball footage?
All right, for more of the antics of basketball, you can always find me at youtube.com/loophole572, no space, and you can always watch...
No, you got it wrong. It's Hoop Hole 572.
Oh, God, you fucking meme-loving fuckers.
And
That
you
is the
said you
fifth
was
face
working.
palm of the night.
You said you was working on a Kingsfield review for all the games that you have.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say that. I didn't want to like make it seem like I was just like.
No, it's fine. Go
I
ahead.
didn't want to plug it too bad, but yes, I'm in the process of doing a 7-part review retrospective of the entire Kingsfield series, which includes Kingsfield 1, 2, The Ancient City, also known as 4, Shadow Tower, Eternal Ring, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2. Those are all basically the same series, so that's 8 actually. So yeah, that's coming soon, which I'm going to put a lot of work into.
Awesome. Mr. President, Renegade, what you got for us?
Twitter, Ren Operative, and YouTube at Renegade Operative. I should be making something soon when I get off my lazy ass. And it's going to involve either a fighting game or Manhunt.
Awesome. Moon Main.
I got Twitter at Mr. Moonman332 and YouTube Mr. Moonman. I should be doing This Is How You Don't Play NBA 2K15 and Idea Basketball. Thank you, Loophole.
Ooh. Thank you very much, Mr. Mooks.
Well, you can find me on Twitch at MoogleMaster102. You can find me on YouTube, where I do Let's Plays, and I don't do videos about DSP, and MoogleMaster102. And you can find me on Twitter at Brendan Lost World without the O. And World. There you go. There's my Twitter.
Our special guest, Sir Dies a Lot. Where can we find you?
Well, Sir Dies a Lot, YouTube, .com/Sir Dies a Lot, but the E is a 3 because someone has claimed that name, so I had to change it. And
oh, those dicks.
Yeah, I know,
Ooh,
right?
shiz.
And my Twitter is Sir Dies a Lot, just like the YouTube name.
Nice.
And last but not least, myself, I am Fred Fucks on YouTube. It would be users/it's Fred Fucks. On Twitter, it would be at TIHYDP, the acronym for This Is How You Don't Play. And as always, to close the show, I think there's only one thing that would accurately sum up what happened here.
The antics tonight.
But can I say one more thing before we end the show? Latest incoming news. The Iron Sheik just tweeted 4 minutes ago. Ebola, if I see you in NYC for my roast, I go beat the fuck out of you, put my camel clutch and break your back. So watch out, Ebola.
Ooh.
Damn.
And
Looks like Ebola's going away very soon.
To close off the stream, I'm going to play probably one of the best basketball players there is.
Oh, it's Shaq, isn't it?
And
The HBA.
And we'll see you guys next time for the next SoKast.
Peace out.
As always,
Take care, guys.
Civil World Order.
Love you all.
Basketball
Peace out,
World
guys.
Order.
Basketball World Order.
God.
Out here getting buckets.